I'm George.
And I'm Bob. We're the Shipping Goblins from Beetle and Grips. Today, we're going to talk about the amazing Map Vault Collection. And with the Map Vault Collection, you get a bunch of gorgeous two-sided maps, all scaled for standard minis.
Yeah, get yours now for the Map Vault Collection from Beetle and Grim, and all the players at your table will be revved up and hyper because the only thing they'll be able to say is...
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
Zoinks!
Yeah, do it again.
Zoinks!
Hello?
Who do you think you are?
Yes, Mr. Lillard.
You're just some goblin.
Yes, sir.
You can't just go off and use my
It's your
voice
thing.
like that. I have rights.
Completely. We just thought...
Me?
okay.
I'm gonna take this right to
yes,
the
sir.
Beetle. Hey, Grim.
Thank you, sir.
What happened?
Matthew Lillard watches our show!
Zoinks!
Double
My life's been quite turbulent recently, so not really.
We're live. Hello, we are back. I think. Are we on? Ipsy. Let us know if we're there. Hello.
We're there. We're there.
Hello and welcome back to. I'm still tied up. Poxy bloody thing. Welcome to Band of Badgers. I'm Dave, your GM and host for this evening, and this is Rise of the Runelords by Peso. And these are my beautiful players. Say hello, players.
Hello, players.
Hello, players.
And this is our special guest returning once again is Ryan Warren from Session Zero. Say hello.
Hi, Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
Hello, how are you all doing?
We're
All
doing
good,
okay.
all good.
Good,
How are
good.
you?
Thanks,
We've
Ryan.
just been talking for an hour. We're fine. We're doing well.
I meant everyone watching. I know how you guys are doing.
We're good. Now at half time we're going to be probably do a very short Q&A session with Ryan, and Ryan is here to also provide one of you lucky audience members with a prize. We're doing a prize giveaway, so stay tuned for that. Now, as always, thank you to Bill and Grimm's. They're a fantastic supporter of ours on everything we do, not just this show, but on all our shows, all the channel. Thank you very much. In the box below me, you'll find our various supporters and some various discounts that you can use to save yourself a few quid, so please do use them. If you would like to support us, you can. If you're watching us live on Twitch, we have Twitch subs. That won't cost you a penny. But it means any kind of donation that we get, we can put it towards all new content. And we have loads of new content coming. You're going to love it. Tomorrow is our Tomb of Annihilation wrap-up party. We've got some announcements to make there about some all new shows coming this way soon. Really excited to tell everyone. And we have something new as well. If you do... well, it's already in live chat there. We have a new merch section. So we have a range of new t-shirts. This is just starting. We've just started this a couple of days ago. So this is the pilot test. If you want to pick up a t-shirt, you're more than welcome to. Or a mug. A Band of Badgers mug. There you go. So all of that goes towards us in the little Badgers piggy bank. The Badgers bank. I'm not sure what that means. To allow us to continue to make content.
Bank.
The Badger bank. Yeah.
Badger bank.
It allows us to buy things like the books and the dice. You all know how, and minis. You all know how bad those get. Collectibles. You've got to get them all. So that's what we're doing. Now, what day is it today? Thursday. Right.
Thursday.
Friday.
Been that kind of week, has it?
What
It
today
is.
is it today?
What today is it today? What day is it today? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, as I said, Tomb of Annihilation. It's our wrap-up party. Come join us if you can. Bring a drink. Bring a snack. It's hopefully going to be a long one. We've got a few guests lined up. Just to kind of shout out all the best bits from Tomb of Annihilation. Some new people we haven't seen before are going to be joining us and telling them about what they're going to be doing when they come onto our channel. And that's pretty good. And then Sunday, we've got Vampire the Masquerade. And then it all starts again. Monday, Great British Brush Off. Tuesday, Vazen. Thursday, Runelords. But no Friday. What's happening next Friday? I don't know. You have to wait and see. So let's do some shout outs at the moment. Let's see who we've got. I'll bring that screen over to this screen. Hello, Ch04's. Hello, Ch04 is a fantastic artist. He's done all the artwork behind the guys at the bottom there, and Steve. Do check him out. You'll see there's his link will be in the box below me. D20 Play. Hello, D20 Play. Evil Gilmore. Who's Evil Gilmore? I've not seen that one before. Lord Dalus. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. We Tonight, thank you for joining us again. Thank you so much. Baron Snowhand. Who's become an absolute regular star. Thank you very much for joining us. I'm just checking it all around the other screen. I'm getting some weird messages on the screen, but everything seems to be fine. So,
error.
Where were we? Where were we? Last session we had last week off. So last session we were in a place called Jorgenfist in the upper mountains, fighting some stone giants, and then fighting some giant spiders, and then fighting something that's called the Black Monk, who was 10,000 years old, wrapped up in bandages, and you found him in his icy fridge tomb. And from there, we left it. So, over
We
to you
solved a
guys.
puzzle.
You did.
We got some not at all concerning scrolls.
Yeah. And various other little bits of lootage.
Yep.
I also think somebody may have inhaled some green smoke.
Oh, it's got to be Rupp. It's always
Some
Rupp.
gas?
Surely.
No, I was the only one. I was one of the only ones that didn't. I seem to remember.
Oh, yes, I remember
It
now.
was me and you.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, usually I'm the one that does inhale or imbibe.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Yeah, Tulkas is just going to go and throw up in the corner.
I think Elena probably will as well.
Just roll a fortitude save and you won't be able to throw up.
I'm sure you can willingly fail it, can't you? Just,
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's a good question, actually. Was there any ill effects from the gas, or was that just for the purposes of the fight?
There was no permanent effects to you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in a tomb room with a pile of bandages on the floor.
Did we just kill Mumra?
You did. That was actually some of the imageries I wanted to use because
Damn, that would have been cool.
it's a very cool picture of what he is. But yeah, he's all wrapped up. Just think Mumra.
Did you guys like check out all the stuff around? I see some barrels over in the corners. Did you guys check everything?
Rob, don't drink it.
Barrels? Liquids?
Hold right back.
Well, it may
Don't
not
just
be
pick 'em up.
liquids. Maybe it's filled with like cheeseburgers and stuff. Who knows?
Even
Hey.
better.
Zamba, what is this cheeseburger you speak of?
I still haven't had 11s, so
Oh, cheeseburger. It's like goat meat with like, Swiss cheese on it.
What is the meat shape like? Is it like a sausage?
Yeah, of course. It's sausage shaped, but when you cut it down the middle, so you have like, it's like two long bumps.
Oh, flat, yes. Good shape for sausage. Good shape for making sandwich, yes.
Oh, it's perfect for sandwiches. That's exactly what it is. You put it on some bread. You gotta cut the bread loaf down the middle, and sometimes you can toast it on a grill.
This is making me hungry, Zamba. You should stop talking now. Anyway, we need to be careful with Rupp around barrels. There is two things that happens with Rupp and barrels. He either drinks what's in them, or he makes them explode, killing everybody in the room.
Did you really need to bring that up, Ch04?
Oh,
You
sorry,
just got
sorry.
over it.
Sorry, Rob.
Okay, we're here to find the archives. Just we don't mention that.
Yes, I will keep my mouth shut now.
Did you say, Rob, that there's a dragon somewhere?
Well, I don't know. It seems pretty chilly. There's a big hole outside. And we saw a dragon, right? Back
Well,
at
that was in Sandpoint.
in Sandpoint, yeah. We'd expect they'd be, the giants followed him home.
Right.
You would cast locate, hadn't you, Rob? And you were trying to find the foundation stone.
Yeah,
Is it still below us?
Is it still below us, Dave?
It is still below you, yes.
Yeah.
Seeing as this room doesn't have any obvious ways down, should we finish searching the room? Maybe there's a secret door or something. If not, then we need to find another way down. And from memory, that's back up and then down the pit outside.
Yes, I think you are right.
But yeah, maybe. I mean, why would he build a hole? Would he dig a hole next to a big black tower?
Maybe it was already there.
Well, I know dragons might be able to dig, right? Pretty good
Yeah,
at
but
that.
they're not going to dig, are they? They're going to get someone else to dig. Sesh dig.
Yeah, maybe.
Sometimes when people dig down in the tunnels to make things like this, they dig an exterior tunnel just in case if there's a collapse.
Yes, a second way out.
Yeah. I still think we might be able to find a way out of here, maybe. Or at least check out the room a bit more.
Maybe there's a secret ladder underneath the sarcophagus that the skeleton came out of.
Yeah, that's what I thought. If you're gonna do a secret entrance, put it under the undead creature. That might.
Yeah.
Is this a ladder in the coffin going down? Your tea cozy.
Is there a ladder? Sorry.
There's a plain set of stairs in the back of the room that we just haven't noticed.
Yeah.
So if you remember, the room was, you came in through some double doors. There was a slight corridor, and it was like a bowl section.
Sorry, we just find a ladder down to a lounge area that the undead creature was lounging in, and there's people. I have to
That's what I mean. He's got his tea cozy, hot water bottle, his slippers.
60-inch flat screen, PS5.
Cocktails.
The room is covered in ice. There were barrels and candlestick holders and all kinds of things in there. But the main thing he had was like a tube of scrolls, which had that puzzle. It was called the Emerald Codex.
Okay, can I open up one of the barrels?
Inside there were the spells on the scrolls, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I have.
And I think when you opened it, some of them started to deteriorate.
Yeah. The professor is having a nice time going through all the paperwork that was in there.
It's something to do with the Anathema archive?
The Anathema archives, yes.
Anathema.
Which didn't
What
sound
happens
very
when you
nice.
read words? You don't say them.
Yeah. So I've got a lot of spells to cast if I want to.
I've got some. I'm running low on offensive spells.
Okay, any should we search for a hidden door then?
Yeah. I'll check the
Worth it.
barrels.
I'm gonna throw up a detect magic.
Oh, okay. What I'll do, Zumba, is I will use my Eye of the Arcane Lords. So again, I'll stand there and put my fingers to my forehead. My third eye will open, and I will cast around the room, looking for hidden objects. So this will give me detect magic, dark vision, +2 status bonus perception checks to seek undetected and hidden creatures. So I'll use that rather than popping the spell off.
Oh, that third eye is really
Oh
creepy.
yeah,
It's very creepy.
That's a 41.
Why is it not on your head?
It's on my head.
Just give him a different perspective. Got to go from somewhere else.
Is it squishy?
He can poke me in it.
I don't know. As a medical professional, I'm quite interested.
What is it you want to do again, Steve?
I'm searching for hidden doors.
Okay.
Casting my magical gaze around the room and scoring a 41.
Basically, he's whipping out his third eye to look for secret stuff.
No, you do not find any secret compartments, secret doors, secret entrances, exits, sideways, elevators, ladders, mouse holes.
Escalators as well.
Yeah, escalators.
I'm convinced there is nothing in this room. There are no hidden doors at all.
My mum used to say never give up. But
What were you doing at the time?
That explains the gambling.
yeah, it does a little bit, and my stubbornness.
Did she say this when you were doing the washing up rug?
Well, I never started that, so we can... yeah. I don't know. Do we feel like we're done here? Professor, what do you think?
I can't believe this. Have you seen this? Oh my God, Zamba, look. All of this, I don't know how it's done. It's some kind of innate magical stuff in here. All the glyphs read up. I mean, it's quite a thing of wonder. I mean, do you believe it's actually survived?
No, I don't. And I also think maybe you should be careful with it.
Of course I'm going to be careful, Zamba. What do you take me for? I'm not exactly, Butterfingers, am I?
Some of them look like they're like fading away, or like the papers, it's breaking.
Well, the papers. It must have been sealed. It's obviously magic in some way, but it's probably why this room is so cold. But you're quite right. We should endeavour to protect these before we read them properly. I mean,
right.
I just can't
So maybe we should
here.
put them away for now, and we'll check them back out at the lab. The secret headquarters.
Zamba, I really wish you wouldn't call it a secret. It's just my house, okay? It's just a cottage. It's not a secret headquarters.
But I've read so many stories that it could be like a secret bat cave or
the cat cave.
The cat cave. Exactly. See, look, he's got one. He's got a good one right there. The cat cave. Don't you think that's a great name for it?
Zamba. I mean, I think it's hanging around with these people far too much. I think they've kind of, whatever it is, they've rubbed off on you. I mean, come on. Head is always should be in a book. Head is always in a book. That's where it should be. Should always be learned.
I'm sorry. So what do you think, Professor? Do you think maybe there's a way out of here, or do you think this is a big bust?
No, I think there's a door over there. Just go back through the double doors.
Okay.
Quickest way is always a straight line. The way you came in is also the way you came out.
I think maybe we should go. I don't think there's any other way around here. I trust Professor Elias, and I do not believe he would miss a secret entrance. And since there is nothing else down here, I think we might need to go and explore back the way we came. Maybe the pit. Maybe there was a way down in the pit we did not see.
Maybe.
Where was the pit?
Well,
it's just outside the front door.
It pretty much is, yeah.
Massive.
If you're not careful, you can literally just trip out the front door and go straight into the pit.
Did the pit look dug? Or was it?
Oh, it's a hole, yeah. It's a huge hole.
Well, but it wouldn't be naturally like that. That doesn't seem like a natural formation.
Unless it's a sinkhole or something.
Up in the mountains?
When Harrison had a bit of airtime earlier, would he have seen anything that resembles an entrance, or at least somewhere that can, from outside? Because I got quite. I don't know how far I got high up when I was being carried away by the harpy. Whether it was literally just 10 feet off the ground or.
No, you would have seen. It's deep and wide.
It's going to be like that today.
Sorry.
It's a pit.
It's a pit. It's a big pit, but you never got close enough to actually look inside. But from Harrison kind of doing his Superman moment, he was able to see, it goes down. Because that's what pits do.
That's what
You're
pits do.
just doing it on purpose now.
Maybe there is a stairway in it that goes down or something. Let's go check it out.
Let's have a look down the pit.
I do remember reading one of my fantasy novels. It was like the War of the Stars or something, and there was this thing called a sarlacc that lived in a pit. You don't think that it's out there, right?
Zamba, I've told you. Look, stop reading your comic books. Whatever this is stop your flight of fancy. We live. I know Thessalonian is just like a whole other civilization.
I read the same series of books. The first 3 are really good. The second 3, complete rubbish.
Yeah, then it goes a little out of control. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like Big Bang Boom. The cat was out of the bag the whole time. I don't get it.
Speaking of cats.
Right, Rupp, in a bit of a huff that he's found nothing, will go upstairs.
Rupp in a huff.
Was there anything in the barrel? It'll kick a barrel.
No! If it explodes, it's your fault, Rupp.
Right, so you wanted to have a look inside the barrel?
Yeah.
Okay. It's quite weighty. It's a big red barrel. It's made of wood, bound with metal clasps around the edges. Have you got a way to get inside the barrel?
I've got a crowbar.
It's probably as tall as you, actually. So, you know, this is kind of the barrel you'd find in a pub, a brewery.
Right. I will put my crowbar under the lid,
Okay.
hold on to it, and bring my legs up to the top of the barrel and just...
Professor, if I know anything about him, you might want to protect that scroll case.
What's all the ruckus? What is he doing? He's such a small fellow. That's so big. What are you doing?
I don't know, but these guys always have me a little bit nervous, to be honest.
Okay,
everything's under control.
You crack open. Just because of the age and because of the temperature in the room, you manage to kind of crack and splinter the wood as you're putting it off. And inside, it's almost filled to the brim with dark black oil.
Well, I'm glad I didn't cast a big fire spell.
How do we know it's not Guinness?
Go try it then, Tolkien.
I'm not drinking it.
The taste has already opened the barrel.
Yeah, the official taster of the group has opened the barrel indeed, Elias.
Does anyone have a vial that we could potentially use this as a, as a weapon to throw at?
Good point, brother.
It's just, well, I take my star knife and just put a bit. It's like a dagger, and take a bit. Is it just like oily and?
It's quite thick. It is oil, but it's just quite thick and gloopy. It doesn't kind of run off. It stays a little bit on your star dagger.
It's viscous. Is that the correct word?
Viscous.
Correct words, yes.
What we could do is throw some at the dragon.
Hold on.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. Well, it's just liquid.
Yeah, no, you combine it with fire, obviously, but what I'm saying is that, against a cold dragon, if we think it's a cold dragon, would fire not be a good weakness?
It may well be. It's not a bad idea. Unless it can also breathe fire, in which case we will be screwed.
Is there ice on this floor as well, like upstairs?
Sorry, Ryan, what'd you say?
I was wondering if there was ice on this floor like there was upstairs.
So that's a good question. We never actually asked that.
Yes, this one has got the old stalactites and stalagmites. Is that this room you're in has snow. It's so cold in this room. This is a proper fridge. And upstairs, so this is the heart of where the cold is and where it's emanating. The floor upstairs has just got a sheer clear of ice on top of it. So this is the heart of everything that's cold.
Maybe, does anybody have like a small shovel or something? Maybe we can look underneath the snow. Like the ice upstairs had a secret entrance under the ice. Maybe there's something underneath the snow. We haven't checked on the ground, right?
Yeah, we can use this oil.
Oh yeah, let's just get out of the room and then just blow this thing up and just melt everything.
If there were barrels of salt, it might help more.
You have these candelabras, right? Just light one of them.
Yeah.
And throw it like a spear.
Not nervous at all.
Fine, Rob.
Why don't you do it?
A shovel. I have a shovel.
A shovel?
Yeah.
Is that in the standard adventurers pack? I think it's not. Is it? It's an extra thing.
No, I've got an adventurer's multi-tool. So
oh yes, I've got one of those.
I'll pull out a stick and speak soothing words to it and turn it into a shovel.
Yeah, do you mean Traveller's Any Tool?
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one of them too.
It reminds me of that joke. What do you call a man with a shovel in his head? Doug.
Oh no.
Sure, it's not dead. No.
Let's try at least. What we don't know what's on the floor. We're going to completely ignore.
Yeah. Josh has just succeeded in killing my sense of humour again.
What Harrison doesn't realise is they're actually just digging a grave for him at this point.
Yeah.
Well, Harrison used this opportunity before the snow is melted to make some snow angels.
What is he doing?
Right,
I think it's the bang on the head from earlier.
Dave, while people are having a search around in the snow, Tulkas is going to go back out to the pit and have a look down it.
Okay, yep. So everyone's happy to play in the snow for a bit.
I'm having a while of time.
Anyone wants to come with me?
I'll come with Tulkas.
Hang on, whoa. The two people wanted to search in the snow and ask for a shovel are now buggering off somewhere else.
I didn't ask to search in the snow.
No, that was.
I just pointed out that I had an any tool.
Yeah, I just suggested it.
Yeah, it's right.
I'm not getting my hands
dirty.
I have a shovel. I am not having the willingness to use a shovel. Shovel is there should somebody want to clear the snow.
Well, Harrison's
okay, I
the
have
strong
a much
one.
more efficient way of clearing snow, and it involves burning things.
Well, do that if you want. It's not like the professor will have any protest to you blowing up an artifact or a temple. Whatever this is, Thessalonian.
I don't know that it would blow up. I think we'd be pretty okay. And if it did blow up, well, we got a way out, maybe.
Harrison grabs the shovel off of the prof and starts digging.
I've got a better idea. Rupp and Tulkas can go and look in the pit or something. We'll deal with it down here.
Be careful of the Sarlacc.
Harrison will turn this into a ladle. So we're turning the multi-tool into a ladle, and Harrison is going to ladle out the high viscous liquid all over the floor in a nice swirly pattern, and then we're going to set fire to it and melt the snow very, very, very quickly.
What could go wrong?
Everything.
What if I just push the barrel over?
No.
There's lots of snow on the forecourt of the petrol station. How do we get rid of it? We cover the floor in petrol and set it on
the petrol
fire.
station up, then there's no snow there. So technically, it's worked.
We could write really funny words in the snow with the oil and then light it on fire. Or maybe we can write something like Professor Elias, the smartest one ever, and then light that on fire. It would look really cool.
That would look cool. Harrison, do that.
I will draw the glove symbol in the snow with the oil, like Batman.
Come on, Tulkas, let's leave these nerds alone.
That's not as impressive as you think it is, Harrison.
Let's leave them to play in the snow.
This is kind of like a cat cave, am I right, guys?
Depends. Has it got a giant ball of string in it?
That's generalising, Tulkas. Not all.
I look for a ball
tracks
string.
will play with strings.
Are you tipping it over, or are you writing something in the snow?
We're not tipping it over. That just spells disaster.
Okay.
We can write disaster, but not spell it by tipping the barrel over.
So and Tolkos, and who else is going, or just Tolkos? Tolkos and Rup. Okay, so Tolkos and Rup, you make your way back into the upstairs main chamber, and then out the main doors. And at any moment in the back of your mind, you're thinking, we're just going to hear like a poof. You get the black smoke coming up out the room or something.
It's just been very quiet.
We're gonna all walk out like a cartoon, just.
And that was the last Rup and sort of Tolkos.
Yeah, roll your new characters. Here we go. Yeah. Right. The courtyard is still empty as before. There's no harpies flying around. There's nothing else. And immediately across the courtyard from you is this huge pit. You want to go over to it?
Yes, we just want to go over, investigate the edge, and have a quick look over the edge, see if we can see any way down in it.
Okay.
Zamba's much cleverer than us, Tolkos. I'm going to say it. We've got to watch out for the Sarlacc, okay?
Yeah. I have read about these things. They are not pleasant.
I haven't. So
I heard about a man who got dragged into one. His name was Bobby Fott.
Don't tell me the stories, Tolkos, please.
Yes, he was my friend, Bobby. Bobby Fott.
Okay. Well,
it's
terrifying, whatever it is. Right, I stand behind Tolkos and cautiously look down the pit.
Okay, so what's
with my goggles on.
Yeah. So, as you approach the pit, you realise it is obviously quite deep, and when you come to the edge, there's no kind of railing around it. There seems to be a slope at one side that slowly kind of circulates and takes you down. The pit itself is about 80 foot deep. And in the middle, because it's still daylight, all the light is shining down into this pit. You can see that as this pathway spirals down, there are kind of alcoves and like doorways, if you like, off of this thing. But right in the centre of the pit is a mass tangle of not just bones, but all manner of broken bodies. And it's a combination of humanoid, giant, and you actually count about 4 dragon corpses.
Dragon corpses?
Yep.
That's the Sarlacc.
It may well be, Master. I think we should be extra cautious here.
It eats dragons
for
breakfast.
You count.
Does it look like the slopey thing kind of goes in a corkscrew effect all the way down?
Yes, it will take you all the way down to the bottom. This is how people have kind of walked down into the bottom of the pit. And you in the centre of this pit is just this heap of bones and corpses.
But we can't see anything moving amongst the bones.
On top of them, you see all kinds of like there's a flock of crows and buzzards just pecking at the dead meat. You actually count 3 blue dragons and 1 red dragon.
Because we can see bits of skin still on them all.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of torn up corpses.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see, there's a dragon head, there's a dragon leg, a dragon wing, and a tail, and the birds are just scavenging and pecking all over the flesh that's there. Completely, if it's food, it's food.
Okay, Rup, I don't think we should go any further down the pit without getting everyone else together first.
We're going down the pit?
Yes, not by ourselves.
Right.
Let's go back and get everybody.
Well, I've heard dragon scales are quite the commodity.
Yes, if we can salvage any dragon skins and dragon hides, it would be very good, I think.
3 blue, 1 red. Alright. Okay.
So we heading back into the rest of them and tell them what we saw?
I guess, well, unless we hear a noise.
Oh yeah, I guess we could wait at the door, couldn't we?
So, what's everyone else doing in the fridge?
Moving back.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going back.
Yelena's going back to double doors.
Right, who has, now that Rup's out of earshot, eyeshot, and smell, who has this scroll that we got out of the Emerald Codex with all of the Anathema archive spells on it?
I think I do.
God damn.
I think though, because they were probably cleric ones, we would have given them to Rupp.
Yeah. Right.
Why'd you ask, Lias?
Oh, just interested to see what was on there. You know, it's always interesting to take a look at Thessalonian Relic. There's going to be all sorts of information on there.
I'm sure that Rupp's going to be happy to share.
He just seemed a bit perturbed about the whole anathema word and seemingly not following gods and stuff.
It's not great. Anathema.
Yeah. But, you know, great evils done in the name of the gods sometimes.
That is true. That is true. But I think we probably ought to. I think Rupp's right to be cautious about it.
Cautious, yes, but I think we need to study to be prepared. Maybe I'll have a chat with him and see where his concerns lie.
Probably wise. It's probably a good idea.
I just didn't want to offend him, put him under any pressure.
Well. I think Tolkien has already done that, referencing blowing people up and killing them. The bar's been set today. You're probably fine.
Fair enough. I think we'll get this over and done with as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So, Harrison, what have you written in the snow?
I've done a big glove symbol, similar to the glove on my head.
Right, make sure you've got none of that stuff on you.
It's still the glove from the penguin wears, Wallace and Gromit, in my head.
with the hands, you know.
Yep.
Like puts like the I don't know what it's like the snap of marigolds.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the marigold. Yeah, simple.
You say you're wearing it this way, don't you?
Yeah.
But in my head, it's that way.
Yeah, it's that way.
It's front ways, so it's like I'm waving all the time to people.
You just sit there like wobble, 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 wobble.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's now in the snow, in oil that I've now drew.
Right. Okay. Make sure you don't have any of that on you because it's gonna go up. I think.
Right,
So take a
Harrison,
few
stand
steps back.
behind me.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe my hands down on someone else.
No. I will electrocute you.
Dodgy.
So who's lighting it?
I will cast Produce Flame.
Resident fire.
From a bit further back.
And I'm just going to clarify with Harrison that when you wrote your, symbol, you've gone from the doors all the way down the chamber up to the red barrel, yeah? So it's one big hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've taken it all the way to Red Barrel?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. He hasn't told me that. You've mentioned it. He hasn't told it, so we will continue.
Oh my god.
Although I know what's going to happen, we will play this out. Okay, so...
I've filled the room.
You certainly have filled the room, yeah. Something else is going to fill the room very shortly. So Produce Flame has a range of 30 feet. I'm going to use Extend Spell to make that 60. And chuck the little ball of fire, the cantrip, from somewhere up the stairs into the room, and just try and hit, the bit of the edge of the glove that's in the room.
Okay.
For clarity, I am standing behind Elias.
Yeah, same.
And I've already told Harrison to stand behind me. Assuming he does.
Professor is there just keeping his eyes on this scroll case, the Codex.
Yeah, Professor, you might want to step outside the tower, I think.
Well, stay outside. Oh, good idea. More light. Yes, I'd be able to read this properly, won't I? Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Good idea.
Go out in the daylight.
Ah, yes.
I'm also feeling a little ashamed of talking about all my comic stuff with the professor. So I want to as we're kind of getting in the stairs and we're waiting for Harrison to put all the oil down. I want to just
take note of his glove and take out a small piece of paper, like a parchment, and just write, "Are you a superhero?" on it. And then when he comes up the stairs, just very shyly show it to him with like wide eyes, like.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so Elias, you're halfway up the stairs, so you can kind of see where you want to do.
I'm as far away as I can get and still see a small section of the oil in the snow.
I'm gonna make you roll to hit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That is 27.
Yep. Okay. So I need some chocolate. Got my Maltesers.
You can have some toasted marshmallows in a second.
Oh, cool.
Toasted people.
Okay, so you fire the spell. It hits the, let's say, the little watermark, the oil mark, and you see it go tss, tss, as it hisses and melts all the snow and the ice on its way. And you count 1 second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. And then suddenly the entire basement chamber erupts in this fierce noise explosion. Can you... I gave you 3 seconds to run. No one did anything.
We wouldn't know.
So
I'm just expecting this, glove on the floor, not
so
glove
can you...
connected to Red Barrel, and then it'd be like standing next to the Saturn V.
Oh, because we're like walking back into the tower.
Yeah, I'd like it noted that technically, because of time, we'd still be looking in the pit while you're doing
Oh
this.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
So you get flung into the pit.
Me, Yelena, and Harrison are lined up nicely next to the exhaust port from the second stage booster rocket.
You literally feel the force before you even see it. It's in slow motion. Your cheeks are as you start to move back and upwards off your own sort of violation. And there's this ball of fire.
Violation.
Yeah. Wrong word. As this ball of fire just bursts out the double doors. The doors go off in hinges. And this fire erupts all over you. But you go flying up the top of the stairs. Can you... whoever's on the stairwell, can you all take 36 points of damage, please?
Can I attempt to phase out, please, as a reaction?
You can.
Can I attempt to shield the professor, not Professor Quink?
Yeah.
Is that 36 points of damage?
36 points of damage. You immediately get slammed into the stone stairs, which are still behind you, as this heat just rolls over you.
I mean, Quink was already outside, right? He said to go upstairs.
No, he's with Zamba.
Oh, damn it.
Did Quink not go outside?
Not outside. He didn't make it outside. He was talking with Zamba.
He was bumbling about.
Yeah, as he does. And then, Rupp and Tolkers, as you're walking back from the pit, you just see the tower go crack and shake, and you feel it in your feet, this massive explosion. The smoke is billowing out of the main front doors. And it's almost...
Tolkers just turns to Rupp and says, "Figures."
I look up at Tolkers and she goes, "It has to be Harrison. It has to be Harrison."
You can...
Yeah,
you can see
the crack is in the shape of a glove. Look.
You see the crack just expand all the way up, like all the way around this tower, all the way up to the top. And you think, yeah, and then the ground around it's just like crack, as the weight of this tower is starting to drag down. Everyone on the
I'm gonna pick Rob up and then barrel it to one side. Not like directly away from the thing, so that when it falls down, it's chasing me.
Yeah. Run away! Turn left.
So I'll just like dive to one side, grab Rupp, and then just keep running to the side, sort of thing.
And everyone inside, as this fireball goes all over it, you can see that as you look at the walls next to you on the stairs, you start to see cracks forming massive, huge cracks as they spiral up into the tower walls. What would you all like to do? Those of you on the inside.
Go, get out.
Is it still burning on the inside, or was it like the initial blast and then it kind of died down?
Huge. It was a huge force explosion caused by the oil. But the main problem is now it's not the burning. There's nothing really to ignite in this place. It's just sheer stone. But you've cracked it, and now it's gonna tumble down.
Before we leave, do we check to see if that was even worth it? What the heck?
I don't think we've got enough time, Zamba. I think we need to go. Harrison, what in the fuck did you do?
Did I tell everyone that my head really hurts from earlier?
It's going to hurt even more when we get away from this tower.
You got to pick yourselves up and
supposed to
run.
blow the bloody snow off.
So how does movement work with Pathfinder? Is there like a dash action?
You run.
You've tried, yeah.
Just run. Go for it.
Hell out of dodge.
Because I do want to peek in the room real quick and make sure it was worth it.
Zamba's got a death wish.
You see Zamba run back downstairs through the smoke. There's still loads of smoke.
I very much doubt the room's even still there, is it?
Probably not.
Maybe the glove is still there.
Harrison, Yelena, Elias, what would you like to do?
Run.
I'm running.
Run.
Out
I'm
with
tempted
everyone.
to just grab Harrison by the ear and pull him out, but
So Zamba's gone back down.
You see Zamba rush past you all, yeah? Professor's still laying on the floor.
Grab Quink and get him out quickly.
Yep.
I'm going after Zamba.
Are you insane?
Yes. And I run back
At least you
downstairs.
admit it.
Okay, Yelena, you grab the professor.
Yep.
Okay, and you
And
pick
make
him
my
up
way
and
out.
drag up. Harrison.
I'm running with the professor and
Okay, so you get a shoulder each and just kind of.
Yep.
He's awake, he's alive, but
Yeah.
he's old and doddery. He's not going to be fast. And Elias, you start to rush down the stairs. You see Zamba. He's already in the room. He's gone through, the double doors aren't there, so he's gone straight in. Zamba, what you see, this chamber is just what was once lit up with the bright snow is now just covered in soot everywhere. There's nothing left of the candlesticks, the candle holders, the coffin that was there. All of that has just been obliterated, and that was all made out of stone. But the room is, other than that, is empty. But you do see these massive cracks, and
There's no exits down there.
no, it didn't make any additional tunnels or anything. There
Okay.
really was nothing down there.
So I see that quick and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I just turn and I like run back and I like almost run directly into Elias. I'm like, what the heck? That wasn't even worth it. We gotta go. And then just start running.
And you run past Elias. Elias, what would you like to do?
So the room that I'm in is that cracking at the moment.
Yeah. It's you're now getting to a point. It's rumbling.
Okay.
This is the foundation room. It's now
Do I
unstable.
think that if the crack in the ceiling opens up enough, I might be able to escape just by flying out?
No, because it would still take you into the tower itself.
Yeah, but the tower was just very tall and empty, wasn't it?
Yes, but it still had a ceiling halfway up. So in the main room, the roof was not all the way to the top of the tower. It was like halfway.
Okay. Okay. Was there any windows or anything like that that I could then fly out of afterwards? No. Right. So really, the only way out is to run back upstairs.
Okay. Zamba and Elias, can you both make me a reflex saving throw, please?
That is a 39.
Okay, passed.
I got a natural 20.
Whee!
Nice.
38.
Nice.
Zamba, with your massive reflexes and being first to get to the top of the stairs, this huge slab of stone comes crashing down, and you just you hear it, you see it, and you move out of the way. Elias, you see this happening, but you pass your roll, so you're good, and you manage to avoid it. So you can both get outside.
Okay. Yeah.
We need to get away from here.
Yeah, far off to one side, you can see Tolkis and Rupp, and just a little way in front of the tower, you find Yelena, the Professor, and Harrison. What would you all like to do?
Yelena, I'm sorry for my language, but gosh darn it, whose hecking idea was that? That was ridiculous. It's crazy. Are you guys insane? That was nuts.
What, do you understand what you've done? That building's been survived for more than 10,000 years.
Yeah,
we turn up and in 1 hour
said.
We've destroyed it. What are you doing?
That was ancient. What did you guys do? Whose idea was that?
Zamba?
Yes?
Please stop blaming this on us. I mean, we do fuck up spectacularly, but on this occasion, it's only half our fault.
Who was recording the minutes?
Baron Snowhand.
You have no authority here.
I
Professor
believe I may have been an enabler in this endeavour. Execution is entirely in the hands of another.
Never go into politics, Elias. You don't say that sort of thing.
What have we learned today, Harrison, about red barrels?
I take full responsibility, and this isn't my finest moment.
And to be fair, you've got quite a litany of not finest moments as well.
It's I think I'm not feeling so good after my fall earlier.
Well, you should have said, "I'll have a look at you." Just
it hasn't come on till just now. I'm feeling a bit wheezy actually.
Well, maybe you should go home and get some rest.
Yelena just slaps you around the head and is like, "Does that feel any better? Does that make your brain work a bit
Harrison
better?"
rubs his head really kind of, almost hurt.
That usually doesn't help, by the way. Just saying.
It helped me.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
can I cast stabilize on the tower?
You can certainly try, yeah.
I don't know that it's going to do anything.
It's rumbling. It's something's going to give.
Stabilizes for humans to stop them dying.
Positive energy shuts death's door. The target loses the dying condition, though it remains unconscious at 0 hit points. I think this tower is at death's door and is dying.
You can cast it if you want to. Yeah.
No, I've already pushed it. I pushed the limits here.
Can we reverse time?
Not yet. We're not that high level.
No.
I would tell you about a different comic that I read, but I don't want the professor to get mad at me.
So, what would you like to do?
Talk this one down to a learning experience and move on quickly.
We might want to take cover. I mean, a big fuck off tower falling down is probably going to draw a bit of attention.
I think we should hide in the pit until further notice.
Yeah, we found a path. I say in Tolkis' arms.
Tolkis puts Rob down now and says, "I'm sorry about having to pick you up very quickly there, Rob, but I thought it best."
It's all right. I'm usually in uncompromised situations. I'm usually uncompromised.
Did you guys see the thing in the pit?
What you mean the three blue and one red dragon corpse?
Oh no, that's not what I was talking about. But that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Sarlacs are maniacs, aren't they?
Oh, yes, just don't let the professor hear you. He gets mad when we talk about stuff like that.
Yes, we saw lots of remains down the bottom of the pit, and we can definitely get down there. But whatever has eaten or attacked those things, I think we're going to have fun when we find what it is.
If we go down there, are we going to come back? If there's 4 dragon corpses down there.
We don't have much choice. We made a hell of a ruckus.
All fucked up. We might as well have just walked up to the front door at this point.
Introduced ourselves. Yeah. I think we need to go down the pit. Let's
Yep.
Trot.
I'll strike out for the pit, and once I get there, start making my way down the Helter Skelter.
Okay.
Helter Skelter! Yeah, we all go. Let's all go. As one unit, we move.
Only professionalism from now on, okay?
As you continue your way into the pit, you get this huge... first of all, you see it. You see these corpses, and you see all the birds feeding. And then after a few steps, you get the stench. The smell of decay is pretty overwhelming. Your eyes start to water. You start to gag a little bit, and you can even kind of taste it in your mouth. You continue to circle this pit, and as you approach, the kind of the last 100 foot, if you like, there are openings in the natural tunnel, about 4 different openings, and now as your eyes start to change to kind of, the darkness of being inside a tunnel, you've got the sheer light coming down the central column. You see that those openings are actually covered over, which looks to be giant bear skins have been pegged or nailed over these various openings. Some of them are pulled back, some of them a bit bloody. It's got flies on them. What would you like to do?
Do they look like, you said, do they just look like normal bears, or are they dire bear skins?
They could be dire bear skins, dire bear skins. Skiz. Yes.
Look, someone's pulled the skin back up there. There's bear skins on there. Look at that. Does it look like anything like the one that I'm wearing?
No.
So it's not got the rocky, outcroppy bits that
No.
the dire bears have, or whatever they, No. Normal bears. Not impressed.
Is there airflow coming from any of these?
No, you don't necessarily see the door coverings moving.
Fluttering.
You continuing?
Check. Or do I want to keep going down?
I'll have a quick search.
Yeah, have a quick squiz.
29.
What are you searching exactly? The corpses?
Search around the bear skin.
Skins.
I'll search bear skins first, and then afterwards I'll search corpses.
Okay, so as you continue to kind of slope down, on your right hand side you come to the first bear skin, you kind of pull it back. Inside you do see 2 sleeping dire bears.
Okay. And there's nothing between me and the dire bears, is there?
Apart from this skin.
Yeah. I'll put it back gently, and then I'll gesture. Shh. You need to keep the noise down. There are sleeping bears in
Elias?
there.
What?
I'll message so they can hear me.
I ominously point backwards up to the tower that's crumbling behind us.
We'll move down, and I'll use stealth to get to the bottom as quickly as possible without making any noise.
Okay.
I could just imagine, like, we're all in a line, like, all aim.
No, it was like...
Then like, Elias stops, and we all just go, like, constantly. What?
I have a new feat that means we can now move skilled at moving with a group. We can roll a single stealth check using the lowest modifier instead of rolling separately.
Off you go, Rob.
What's
I'd
Quink's
like
stealth?
to roll separately, please.
What's Quink's stealth?
I have no idea. It's going to be very poor.
Is it poorer than us +10?
I just can't believe this. What is that smell? I mean, what's the hold up? I was walking and I bumped into this one.
I want to shut him up.
Right, I'll roll. It's a 20.
Was that for stealth? Stealth team.
stealth team.
Okay, so
20.
you follow on. You've passed. You follow on down, even with the professor kind of muttering every now and then. Elias, you're about 40 feet ahead of everyone else as you continue down. Past.
I have the feat that allows me to move my normal speed with stealth, and I've got a 35.
Yeah. So you're going past these kind of openings. The stench, it just smells of urine and bear poo, and just bear sweat. And you can hear various heavy breathing behind each kind of bearskin curtain. But ahead of you,
just out of interest, how many bearskin curtains are there?
4.
Okay, so that's 8 bears total. If there are 2 behind each one.
Quick maths.
Quick maths.
And then at the end, just as you come down into a flat floor, so you stop going down, it comes down to the to flat. You see this huge pile of bits of bodies, and not just that, but now you can see how deep the pile of bones actually goes. I mean, it must be nearly kind of 5-6 foot tall of bones of how long these bodies have been piled up and just basically been eaten. Catching you out of your right of your eye, you can see movement. Someone is watching and hiding behind the wall.
Dave, it doesn't look like the bears actually killed these things, does it? I'm imagining something else killed these things, threw them into the pit, and the bears kind of just take their time eating them slowly.
Yeah, that could happen, yeah.
Because I don't see a bunch of bears, even like 8 bears taking out a dragon.
No, that'd be a bit much.
They're the refuse recyclers.
Yeah, they're basically the pigs in the mafia place, yeah.
Would anybody else like to do anything?
You said we can see someone watching us.
I said Elias could see someone.
Oh, okay. I will not do anything about that then.
Okay, so you're walking past these bearskin blanket doorway things, and the professor is directly behind you, Yelena. Anything else?
Continue down.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to ready my short swords just in case we get into a bit of a scrap.
I'll turn and look in the direction of the person that's watching us.
Okie dokie.
Dun dun dun.
Dun 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 dun. You see what appears to be a stone giant. And she's kind of hiding behind the wall, poking her head out every now and then. And when she sees you looking directly at her and not moving away, she kind of tries to kneel down. And she's whispering. She's, I don't have much time, but I know that if you're here to slay Mokmurian, I am your ally. Please come.
Okay, I'll walk over and I'll message the rest of the team and say, there's somebody down here who may be willing to help us. Make your way down quietly. We don't want to wake the bears. And I'll walk over.
Come with me. I know a place we can speak in peace. Thank you.
Okay. I will follow.
Okay. So you see,
for us.
Now you see Elias walking off with a stone giant.
Yeah,
Yelena is going to message Elias and go, Elias, what the hell are you doing?
We might have an ally. If we follow her, she's going to take us somewhere where we can talk without risk of waking the bears.
Or they might have a trap.
Yeah, yes. At this point, I don't think we're going to be any worse off than left to our own devices, having just blown up a tower and ourselves.
They might kill us quicker, in fairness.
Can everyone apart from Elias roll a perception check, please?
That could have been
Wow,
better. 29.
Oh, nat 40.
35.
35 as well.
Nat 20 plus 20, 40.
Cool. Harrison's on the 20s today.
Yeah. I said nat 40 then earlier. I was like,
Zamba?
25.
25. Okay, everyone passed. As you come down, you see Elias hurry off to someone going off into another junction. As you all come onto the flat of the curve, again you look at this pile of bones and corpses, and one by one you notice that some of the bits that still have flesh, you notice a familiar 7-pointed star on them.
Carved into them.
More like branded.
Okay, right. Cool.
And then Elias, the giant turns around and says, "Please come in here. We can talk. I am no harm to you. I can aid you in your quarrel here."
I go in and I'll message back and say that there's a small chamber here. Just come in. We'll converse with this stone giant.
It seems to be some kind of disused temple. Just a small room.
Does it look Thessalonian in origin?
No, this does actually look cobbled together.
Okay. Is there any symbols or insignia that I recognise at all?
Nothing that you potentially recognise, but there are pictures drawn into the stonework itself of a particular stone giant warrior or leader.
Okay.
Right, you think about pictograms.
Yeah.
Okay, and then everyone else catches up. You can all walking into this. There's no door. It's just an entryway.
Okay.
My body language is clearly I am not comfortable with this.
I assure you, I mean you no harm. I really am your ally in this.
What is your name?
My name is Connor.
And why do you wish to help us against McMurrin?
He is leading our people in the wrong manner for what we are. I am an elder. My husband, my life partner, was the ruler of our clan. Macmorian struck him down, and the young, but many years older than you, new beings, has ignited a fury within our species. He is uniting the younger of our clans in quite a brash action. Us as stone giants, we are known for our patience. We must think thoroughly. We must plan every action. But Macmurian's haste has led to division amongst our people. We must somehow stop him. But we seem unable. He has tapped into some kind of dark magic. And I fear for everyone should he wage war across this land. If we do not stop him soon, he will have victory.
Do you know what his end game is? Do you know what his grand plan is? He was looking for something in Sandpoint. He'd sent the force there to retrieve some item, a foundation stone. Do you know what it was for? What he intends to do with it?
No. He doesn't. Sometimes he will share information with me, but other than that, he will keep things hidden. He has his own delegation, if you like. He has his own lieutenants and generals, dark magics, demons.
What sort of demons?
Mostly.
Do they have names?
I do not know their names, but they are vicious creatures. He has lamias and all kinds of beings that have a ferocious appetite for death and magic. But please, we will be discovered here eventually. If you trust my words, I can tell you how and where to find him, but the way is difficult.
Is
That sounds like a
Morian,
plan.
I'm
is
sorry.
Morian the one who branded the bodies out there?
Yes, in a manner of speaking, he's ordered it. My markings, you can see she's got these kind of. If you look at Twitch, you can see she has these indented markings. This is not the same markings. These are ritual markings for our beliefs. Not everyone is doing what Morian does. He has. He is trying to awaken something long ago forgotten, and long ago that we don't want it back.
Long ago from the Thessalonian age?
Yes. The Thessalonian was a dark time for our people. We were slaves. When the event of Starfall happened, we were decimated. Our people were torn apart, not just because their rulers were gone, but also because of the vast distances between us. We are small, tight-knit clans. A few sparse stone giants cannot hope to survive on their own.
Okay. Do we, please tell us where Morian is and how we can reach him.
He is in the lower levels. We don't, or rather are not permitted to follow. In the lower levels is, we believe, more ancient Thessalonian relics. A stronghold, if you will. What you see up here is the dredges. I am kept here for one purpose, as a trophy. But Morian has a dark heart. Do not believe anything he says. It is all lies wrapped in lies.
He has some strong magical ability. We encountered one of your kind in the mountains, the Hook Mountains, and as we defeated him, Morian seemed to leave his possession. Is that a magic you've heard of before, where Morian may reach out and possess people?
Yes, he has tapped into some of the Thessalonian Runelords. They were able to control us as rune slaves. By using particular branding, they can communicate with us, can force us to do things we don't wish to do. But it has a deeper connection. It doesn't just burn into our flesh, it burns into our souls. When you die, your essence becomes theirs. It's more powerful than any monetary wealth that you can have. It powers their magic. It powers their immortality.
So the brandings with the Sahedron runes that we've seen, the Lamias were doing this in Magnamar and also in Turtle Ferry. Are the Sahedron brandings some indication of possession, that when that life is forsaken, that soul is then owned by Runelords, you said?
Yes, it depends on which Runelord they are connected to, but I fear that Morian has tried to divert that power. If he is trying to harness the power for himself, he could become unstoppable.
Okay. Yes, we need to end this.
How many?
Sounds like we need to stop him.
How many of these symbols have you seen?
lot.
Hundreds.
I've only seen them here.
Names. How many names are on the scroll as a rough estimate from when I looked at it before?
The scroll from
Green scroll.
Yeah.
No, I think there was 200, just over 200.
So we've seen at least 200 in Turtleback Ferry. We don't know how many were in Magnamar.
Anyone who has this symbol is at risk.
Rule 1 of being a cleric: don't mess with souls.
Very much. I am also a healer and talk to the gods, but Makmurian is dissuaded our younger generations away from that. They believe in the old stories of war and battle, not of faith and following and family. Indeed.
Well, at least we know we're not dealing with a Sarlacc. That would have been...
I have not heard of a Sarlacc.
Oh, they're nasty things.
Well, yeah. I'm starting to doubt you, Zamba, I must say. They sound like fictitious stories to me, but...
Well, didn't I say that to begin with? I said I read it in a book once.
I didn't say it was fiction.
Well, who's to say that fiction isn't real?
Oh, that's true, everything we've seen. Well, let's go for this soul catcher guy. He feels like a
soul catcher.
So, who did I miss the part where they revealed who killed all these dragons and stuff? Who did that?
That was Mokmorian. He sacrificed them. Once they were branded, he knows that when they're no longer needed.
What's with all the bears?
We've always kept bears. Some as pets, some as animals for haulage.
We saw bears in Sandpoint, right? Or the others did.
Yeah, they were with the stone giants.
Yes, I understand.
I am wearing one of their skins.
He is, and so it fits you, young human.
It would probably be a little bit cooler if you were wearing one of the dragon skins, though, Tolkis.
But I have not killed a dragon. I cannot wear skin of something I have not killed myself.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty smart. You're pretty respectable and reputable and pretty courageous.
And I will not harm anything that does not wish me harm in the first place. This is my code.
You've come a long way. All of you have. You guys are doing great.
We just blew a room up.
Well,
I remind you.
Me and Rock weren't in there. I don't know what the rest of you were doing.
Things happen, collateral damage.
You didn't have that tower didn't hold any sentimental value to you, did it? Just out of curiosity.
No,
it's very secret.
You mean the Black Tower above? No, that is that has been here for thousands upon thousands of years. That was here before Jorgenfist was here. In fact, that was the main tower that subjected my people to slavery.
God, we've done you a favour then.
Didn't need that symbol.
Yes,
Why?
we meant to get rid of it.
I heard some kind of big rumble.
It was a blight upon the land. We removed it like a stain from the earth.
Like a pimple from a bottom.
We were trying to get rid of the snow in the underground basement bit, and we went overboard. Explosions. It's probably going to fall down.
You guys heard a rumble. I heard bonus experience points. Ka-ching, ka-ching.
Oh dear.
So is there a way down to the lower levels, you said?
Yes, I can get you there, but the journey is not to put you off. I am sure you are fine warriors. Is there more of you?
We got the professor. We'll be fine.
Yes.
I see.
At least 4 of us count as more than one person.
Okay. Then hopefully you'll be fine on your way. But yes, the way is barred by something deep in the darkness.
Maybe I can
below.
get us some some skeleton servants from Ugathoa. Who knows?
Okay.
That sounds a bit creepy, Zumba.
Well, not everything's sunshine or rainbows.
Yes, this is true.
What allies does Marine have with him?
I don't know. There are certainly. We've seen the Lamias come and go.
The Lamias.
We've seen stone giants. His lieutenants and generals have gone down. Some return, some do not. But I've never been permitted to enter.
So you say the path down is hard? Physically hard, or because there are safeguards in place that we have to bypass?
No, I don't believe there are any safeguards or traps, if that's what you're worried about. I think what is down there is something dark and mean in the shadows.
Let's light it up.
Does it happen to rhyme with Farlak?
No, I don't believe I've seen a Farlak either.
Oh. Maybe that's in the Starfinder game. I don't remember.
Anyway, we must hurry if you are going to continue on this. There will be more movement here soon. It is best that you go.
Let's go. Let's go.
I wish you well. If you can free our people from this, who knows? There might be a whole new generation of parley between the race of giants and the races of humans and gnomes and elves and halflings and orcs, and even
we will do our best.
The last one called us insects.
We do not believe that. Please understand that we are actually quite civilized, but we are caretakers of this world.
Cool.
We do not wish its destruction of any kind. But believe me when I say Mokmuon, he has a dark heart. Do not try to turn him towards the light. I think it would be easier if he simply didn't exist.
A swift and decisive end, then. No parley.
So be it.
Darkness sometimes has to be purged.
We might want to try and get some information out of them first.
Or after.
We can do. We're good enough to do it after.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
That's good to know. This is the royal way. Is it you, Rob?
Come with me. I will show you the tunnels that lead further down to the next level.
It's very kind of you.
All the way. It puts me at risk. But please, I wish you well. Wish you well.
Please,
thank you.
Lead on.
Okay. So she takes you down several corridors, twists and turns, and the rough-hewn rock starts to become almost dwarven in nature as bricks start to form as you go down various tunnels. You can feel you're always heading down. There's always an incline. And we'll pick up. We're going to have a quick break there and we'll pick up in a sec.
Pee break.
Pee break. We will see you in 5 minutes. We'll put that on. And when we come back, we've got a giveaway and a quick chat with Ryan.
Yay.
Oh.
Cool. See you all in
a bit.
welcome to the Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse Shopping Network. Shipping Goblin Bob here is going to tell you all about our new Platinum Edition. It's my favorite.
Thanks, George. Friends, are you tired of putting a cat, a flask of poison, and a source of radiation into a sealed box and having to settle for a cat that's dead or alive? Well, Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse has the product for you. Introducing the Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition. With the Schrodinger's Platinum Box, you can have both versions of your pet at the same time. Free yourself from objective collapse and enjoy a cat that simultaneously exists in two decoherent realities. It's time for atomic indeterminacy to enter the macroscopic domain. It's time for Schrodinger's Cat Platinum Edition.
Yeah. She's totally dead. But totally alive.
Only from Beetle and Grimm's Pandemonium Warehouse. Simultaneously available and sold out now.
Hello, welcome back. Some of us are back, some of us aren't. It must be a longer P than they thought it was. So, Ryan, what is tonight's giveaway, and what is Session 0 up to?
So, tonight I'm going to do, I believe last time I did a gift voucher. I'm going to go ahead and do another one of those, just because it's made the most sense.
Cool, thank you very much.
So it'll be a $35 discount code for when you check out at session-0.com. You can go and grab some shirts or a sweatshirt or whatever you want and get $35 off.
Awesome. Thank you.
But other than that, I've kind of just been hanging out. I'm trying to get some new designs. I'm working with a couple different artists. I reached out to like 3 or 4 this week with some new ideas. One of which I'm really excited about. I don't want to say exactly what it is yet, but if I can pull it off, I'm going to be really, really amped about that one. It basically is like when I was a kid, I would go over to my aunt and uncle's house, and I would look through my uncle's Magic the Gathering cards, and my favorite one, the artwork on that, was sort of like my first foray into like role playing and stuff like that, because I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen as like a 7-year-old kid. And I don't know why I haven't done anything with it yet, but I had this thought the other night, and I'm gonna try to see if I can pull it off.
Do it, yeah.
Fingers crossed with that.
I think that's a great idea. Anything that kind of does that taps into those memories. If you think it's cool, so will someone else. And it just helps.
I gotta make sure I do it. Gotta do it right. It's a tricky one.
Steve, how you doing? You stuck on something?
Yeah. I'm just trying to wake Nightbot up. That's all.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, right. So
there we go.
The giveaway has started. You just need to enter a number, and then we will find a winner that way. And the giveaway is a £35 gift voucher or discount code to Ryan's store, and I will post it in a moment. The link will come up anyway, but I will post it again.
Cool.
So yeah, type away, talk away. It will just go on in the background, and we'll get a winner in a moment.
So, Ryan, how do you look for particular artists, or are you happy for artists to contact you?
Either one. If anyone that's watching ever on here, on Twitch, on YouTube, whatever, if you you got what it takes, just shoot me a message. I'm always down to chat and check out your stuff, whatever it is, and if I can make it work, then we'll make it work, and if not, I'll do what I can to share and promote. And I think art is one of the most incredible things that humans can do, and I think it's amazing the things that people can accomplish with a pencil or even an iPad or paint or whatever it is. I just think it's amazing. So if you want to reach out to me, you can. It's session0clothing@gmail.com or any of the social media things. If you want to just send me a direct message. But usually what I do is I come up with an idea that I really want to do, and I'll search for like the hashtag on Instagram and see if people can draw it already before being like, hey, do you think you can do this? Like, as long as there's someone that has done it, then they kind of know the idea that I'm shooting for.
Cool. We've actually got the winner. It's Chav Hunter. he's got the trophy. He's still keeping the trophy for the most won stuff. Well done, Chav. If you would like to contact Ryan directly, and then Ryan can message you or email you the code, whatever he needs to do. Let's just see if that... Yes? Okay. Right, well done.
Sorry, I'm talking away and I'm on mute.
Yeah.
Ryan, I've just dropped in our Zoom chat.
Yep, I got it.
Email address, yeah. Right, thank you. I'll turn myself off again.
Right, so if you're watching this on YouTube, Ryan is, I was going to say, looking out for artists, but just get in touch. Show your wares. Get in touch with us. We'll come and play some games. We'll show off your artwork. Show us what you can do. Send in your fan artwork of the various Badger streams that we have. We'd happily show that as well. We can do that as part of the pre-roll of every stream. We could do that. So, where were we? You're about to go into the lower levels. I'm waiting to see if Steve is like yeah. What would you like to do? Connor is leaving you there, and she starts to head back. Thank you, Headshot. Thank you for following.
I nudge Tolkus and just go like, "Have you seen my new like little dagger thing?"
No. What's this dagger? It looks interesting, Rob. Show me.
So it's like it's got a handle with a ring round it with 4 daggers around the side. It says, next fight we get into, see who kills the most things. I've got this, you got that.
Okay.
Right, so you continue down through the tunnels.
Through the tunnels.
Through the tunnels. You come into a fairly open chamber, and you see lying on the floor are these chains. These chains are at least like 20 inches wide. You think about like anchor chains on big boats, huge chains. You see one kind of barreling off, half inside, half dented into the earth in this huge chamber. You can see on the other end, the chamber continues, or the corridor continues down into another tunnel. It's just a strange chains that kind of disappear off into the dark.
I wonder if they are attached to anything that is hungry.
Did anybody try to even see if Connor or whatever was lying to us? Do we just fully believe this person?
Apparently we just fully believed.
Cool.
Seem very trustworthy.
Yeah, totally.
Probably should be a bit more careful in future, but no,
we really should, as Yelena points to the scar on her face.
That's on me, isn't it?
I mean, even brothers can't be trusted, and I bring up my forearms.
Can we follow the chains, please?
Yep, so as you follow the chains deeper into... Again, it's kind of like almost like a dome part of this, like a domed cavern. And then you all realize as you get more into the center of the room, the temperature has dropped. The darkness seems to creep in closer to you. There's no lights in this chamber. All the light was back in the main corridor. In this chamber, the darkness has increased on you.
Is it? Does it appear to be magical in nature, or is it just normal darkness? Can we see in it with dark vision?
You don't actually. It's the same thing. It's almost as if you didn't have dark vision.
So
the darkness is definitely obscuring.
I want to like slow down a little bit, but not like come to a full stop. And I just want to like reach down and just touch the chains, just to see if there's like any sort of like vibration or anything like moving on the other end of it.
Yep. As you kneel down to touch the chains, yes, you do feel a vibration traveling through the chain, the metal of the chain. The chain's also like ice cold as well.
I want to send a message to Elias and be like, Professor, I have a really bad feeling about this. There's definitely something on the end of this chain.
I don't know. Where even are we? We just seem to be... Are we off the path? Is this the right way? What are these chains? Where are we, Zamba? What are we doing? Where have you led me now?
Use the professor as a bait. Just go off down there a bit, Professor. I think what's down there might be very interesting.
Oh, because we've made bad life choices doesn't mean you have to today.
It's my turn.
So where you're all kind of standing around-ish together in the middle of this kind of domed chamber, half of which you can't see in the darkness, you've got this curl of chain next to you, and you see it from the side of the darkness lift up slightly and then settles back down, and as it hits the ground, a bit of poof, dust, rock dust comes out, and then suddenly you feel like a cold trickle going down the back of your spine. The hairs on your arms and the back of your neck stick up, and suddenly you all feel fear.
I cast heroism on myself.
Okay.
I can't be frightened anymore.
You look around and you see that everyone else is a bit uneasy as they stand there, and then
I'll pull out my great axe.
From out of the darkness, you hear a voice which seems to recognize you. I smell dinner has arrived. I recognize that smell. Some of you are a bit gamey, but I haven't eaten in a while now. You may step forward, present yourselves.
Show yourself.
I do apologize. Where are my manners? And as you see the chain start to pick itself up, as you look up to where this chain is disappearing into the darkness, a huge red snout appears in the air as it starts to loom out of the darkness towards you. And you see a very big, from your position, it's right above you, a very big dragon.
It's not the same one we saw, is it? Over the town?
No.
Even from the snout, you can tell that one was a completely different colour, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You are a dragon. Hello.
Is it bigger than the bodies outside?
No, it's probably of a similar size and build. And then, hello, cattail. And
suddenly a wild cat appears.
Next to it,
sorry,
another dragon head appears. What have we got here, brother? More dinner. And you can hear them kind of rumbling deep in their throat, in their chest, in their bellies. And then you can you realise that the chains are wrapped all around them. They're chained together.
is that the other dragon red?
They're both red. Yeah.
And it's cold down here?
The chain is cold. The room is eerily cold. If you check on Twitch, you'll see a picture of them.
I want to detect magic.
There is a lot of magic.
Is it the darkness and the chains specifically?
Not the chains, but definitely the darkness. Even the dragons have an air of magic about them.
So, dragons, my name is Tolkas. This is my companions. I will let them introduce themselves. What is your names?
We haven't mentioned our names in a long, long time.
Well,
I was just thinking the turtle then from Neverending Story.
Yeah. Do you know what? Exactly the same thought came to my mind as well.
What is my
So
name?
now you have an excuse to remember your names and tell it to us. We are not foes. We're potentially allies. Because I believe you are trapped down here, and I bet you would like to get out.
No. You are wrong.
And Tokus does a proper low rumbling laugh, like, I think I am right.
Where's the stone giant?
The stone giant left. Connor's gone. You can see the professor is just standing there in complete awe. And silent.
Can I tug on his coat?
Mm-hmm. If you want to.
Yeah, I just go. Run.
What?
Did you?
Run.
Look, it's a dragon.
Yeah.
Do you see? I've never been this close to a dragon. I mean, there's two dragons. Do you know this?
Can't get him to run. He's
Get off.
stunlocked.
He starts putting his stuff back.
He's in awe, isn't he? He's got that. He's like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
The dragons.
To start taking a few side steps.
Yeah, same.
Spread out.
Well, I think you two are trapped down here. Is it just you two? Is there any more dragons?
Or were they your friends out there in the pit?
Yes.
What pit? I don't know. What pit and what friends do you speak?
How long have you been here?
I don't actually know. Probably too long.
Were you small when you came here?
We were not born here, but we were drawn here. There is a certain power, certain things which bring us here.
Do you happen to have any brandings on you? Any symbols that have been branded into your skin?
And as you say that, he kind of puffs up his chest. Yes, we are branded.
Is it the same as the brands that we saw on the dead dragons?
If you look, they've got it on. You can't see it from where you are, But he holds down his kind of turns and the huge dragon head, and you see it on the back of his skull up here somewhere. He is indeed branded with a 7-star Sahedron.
Right. Seeing that symbol tells me I am right. You are trapped here, and we have some very bad news for you.
What?
That symbol on the back of your head. If you are sacrificed into the pit back there, your soul is essentially sucked into something else, and that something else will use your power.
Yes, I know. We give that power rightfully. We are honored to be branded in this way. We serve our Lord.
You serve? Great, majestic dragons such as yourselves? What could you possibly be kneeling to?
A Runelord. Runelords have not been seen for before my time. But they are heralded. They will bring about a new order to our world. We have missed them so much.
And that's worth sacrificing your own lives for?
Only if needed. We don't sacrifice anything. We give as demand is given. And we give it freely, as and when we choose. But while we are here, we are his soldiers. We are his to command.
In chains?
These chains is an error on our part. This is punishment.
You did something wrong for your master. What did you do?
Probably spoke too much to our food.
Well, I have some bad news for you again. You see,
what is that?
I've been longing to make sausages out of dragon meat.
You cannot affect us.
Opus, we've got something else that we need to get on with.
Even down here, little man. And again, you see the other one also rear up. You pick a fight with us. Why? Why extinguish your souls? Why not give your souls meaning? Join us if you wish to throw them away. Or we can have...
Mine already has meaning.
And my soul belongs to another.
Yeah, mine's pretty claimed as well.
Likewise.
How about you let us pass and we don't have any trouble, and maybe we go find you some food.
You are the food.
No, we are not the food. You do not want to eat us. We have worms in our tubes.
Don't we all? And you see this huge tail like smash down into the corridor in front of you, blocking your way forward.
Oh, at least
so
we know
I
where it's going
tire
now.
of our games, human.
I wish I had the messagey skill now that Elias has.
You mentioned you're waiting for your Runelord. Who is your Runelord?
Karzog is the one we serve.
Karzog.
He can never offer us much.
So you serve Karzog, not Mukmurian.
Mukmurian is just a pawn.
Mukmurian wishes to stand in the way of Karzog and uses power that you willingly give to Karzog for his own ends. What's to say that he won't use you when the time comes that you sacrifice your lives and your souls to what you think is fueling Karzog's immortality, but is in fact finding only Mukmurian's own ego.
That is absurd. Mukmurian could not harness it. He is not a Runelord.
No, but he can subvert the magic. After all, the stone giants built much of what Thessalonia was built upon.
Listen to him, he speaks the truth.
You see him, the dragon is kind of, starts shaking his head and rearing up, and he's moving around on his sort of front paws. Almost as if he's confused.
Keep going, Elias. I think he's buying it now.
I'll take a couple of steps forward. You know, McMurrian's power is dark and it's evil.
Bless you. Just went off camera to puke.
Keep talking.
McMurrian's power is dark and it's evil, and it's really disconcerting. You see him get up and walk off.
Yeah,
it's dark. It's evil
and it's dark and it's evil, and it's evil and it's dark.
It's dark, yeah.
And it's definitely dark and definitely evil. And he's back. There we go.
Thinking evil. I heard that. Sorry, I was trying to get a beer delivery, but got no beer. Right, so
he's trying to subvert Karzog's power, Karzog's rise again, I guess. You know, as you say, Runelords have not been seen since before your time. McMurrian doesn't want Thessalonia to return. He doesn't want the Runelords to rise once again. He seeks to bring the stone giants to the fore. He seeks his own power. That is, after all, what's driving his current wage on the human nations and the other races.
Mm.
We've seen the corpses of the other dragons he has in his entourage. They are just upstairs.
Mm.
You're a fool to believe that he isn't going to do the same to you.
No.
Yes, he's a betrayer.
No. Yeah. You are lies. You are foolish lies. You are food. Nothing more.
You know it's true. He has already subverted the magic and listens to this entire conversation through you.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel it. You are a magical creature. You are possessed of arcane ability far beyond my own ken. Look within yourself and see if any eyes ride behind your own.
No. Brother.
If we let you guys out, you can just go look for yourselves. And then if we're lying, you know where to find us. You can just come meet us then.
These are never-ending chains. This is our punishment brought on to ourselves. No, you are wrong. We must.
I am right.
You know it in your heart, dragon. Look deep.
And it's almost as if it's causing them pain to do this. To think about the topic. No, you are wrong. And now?
Look at the torment you are in. If we are wrong, why are you tormented?
You can see they're both starting to think about it. But because their chains are wrapped tight, binding each one together, they're trying to pull apart and they can't. And then they keep kind of crashing back into one another.
Is there anything we can do to affect the chains? Anybody got any ideas?
Somebody had heat metal, didn't they?
Not me.
No, I didn't have heat metal. I think Yelena has heat metal.
I've got eat metal.
Well, acid.
You have
try acid on the chain. Acid arrow.
I will get the vial out. So, you remember the in the basin of like the first Thessalian temple we came across that made me puke?
Yeah.
I get that vial out and try and put it on the chains.
Go for it.
We must start getting bottles of acid.
But it seemed alive, didn't it? The first time, it seemed a bit alive, I remember, you said. But
it's moving around weird in the bowl it was in, yeah.
You can try it.
Yeah, I put it on the chain.
Nothing happens to the chain.
Sure. I needed a use for it.
What are you doing? That has a foul smell. Enough of this.
Are you dragons familiar with the truth spells? Do you know what the truth spells look like?
Truth spells. We have some arcane ability, yes.
So if I were to cast a truth spell on us, you would know that it's around us and that the professor here, the smartest professor alive, is telling the truth, and you would be able to believe him.
I would know that there is a magical effect on you, just like I can smell you. But that does not help. You could still lie. It could all be deception. You are lying!
Okay, well listen, we're gonna get you out of here and you can spread your wings and fly, and you can go check out the pit of dragons that's dead out there and see if they're branded the same way. And then we're gonna go our separate ways and everyone's gonna be happy to live another day. Is that okay with you?
No. Now you are making me hungry.
Maybe you like eating dire bears.
Actually, I do.
Oh, there's like 16 of them back there. Wasn't that the math you guys did?
It was 8, but...
8 seems like a pretty good meal. 4 and 4?
Much scrumpier than us.
I'm just a hairless cat. There's no meat to me. You're gonna hate that.
You see the dragon. He rears up once, and then his head and neck come all the way down to your level, and his mouth just opens up, and he attacks.
What did he do that for? He's having a nice chat.
Can you all make a reflex save, please?
Shared avoidance. Everyone gets +2 to their saving throw.
$43.
Yeah, I got 41.
Passed and passed.
38.
Passed. Yelena?
No,
Passed.
I'm going to use a PPP.
PP coin.
Okay.
So that is 43.
Passed.
Do I have a hero point as well?
You do, actually, you do.
Hey, I'm going to use that because I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 2 as well.
That's not any better.
Whoa.
28.
Okay, you fail.
Oh no.
And we're going to use the professor with you as well. Right, so I need to roll one of these.
It's so hard to teleport and reading the... It takes 10 minutes to cast this spell. Oh, no.
And
I was wondering if you could have used the shadow passage thing to just get us all through the passage. You know, the shadow walk, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I should have done that before the break. It's a bit inaccurate though, so you can appear like up to a mile away or something.
Yeah, I just meant from here to the corridor that's behind his tail type thing.
It's a minute to cast it.
Oh, right, okay.
Are we still trying? I guess I can't meta.
Meta!
You can shout in character as this dragon mouth is opening. You see the intake as he intakes a giant breath.
Quick, throw a match in his mouth.
I mean, I'll attack it if we're gonna fight it.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to cast Cloud Kill right in his mouth.
Ooh, nice. As he's taking a breath in, that would be cool.
Yeah.
you're farting on him. Is that? It's like a skunk reaction.
I was running low numbers there. It's not as much damage at all. So he takes in a huge breath, and you can see the back of his throat starts to exhale, and then you can't. What did you want to cast?
Cloud kill. Right in his mouth.
As he's inhaling.
Yeah.
Go for it. Go
on. Alright, cool. Cool. So that is a basic fortitude save. I don't know the difference between basic and not basic.
That's cool.
Just use a spell DC.
Oh, wow. 19, 40, 42.
What are you going to save?
42.
I mean, yeah, I guess that saves, sure.
So you see he sucks in the cloud kill, and as he does fire breath on you all manage to avoid it, apart from Zamba, who is standing right in front of it, casting cloud kill. Not only do you get the fire damage, but you'll now also get the cloud kill damage. So,
Dave,
at least make a separate fortitude save, Dave.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's quite harsh.
Why do you want to be generous? God. Right, it's from the fire damage is 32 points of damage.
Okay, that's
and then from the cloud kill, we'll do a fortitude saving throw.
Okay. Also, just so everyone knows, the cloud kill is a 20-foot burst.
But that's it's in there, and then it's coming back on you because you're.
All right. Okay. A fortitude.
Yep.
Against his own spell DC.
Oh my god. 27. And I guess using my spell DC, it's a 29.
Oh.
Oh, do you not have would you have avoidance?
I've already used my reaction for one saving.
I didn't know if that worked for everything, but it's just one thing.
Yeah, it's a reaction.
Ah, no.
I think the most I have would be. Yeah, no, I got nothing.
What does Cloud Kill do?
Can I counterspell myself?
No.
All right. Cloud kill. You conjure poisonous fog. This functions as obscuring mist, except the area moves 10 feet away from you each round. You deal 6d8 poison damage to each breathing creature that starts its turn in the spell's area.
Wow.
And you can dismiss the spell.
Okay. I'm gonna make you take the damage, and then you can dispel it if you're still alive.
Okay. All right. Do you want to roll the damage?
No, I'll let you. It's your spell, your damage.
No, I'm going to let you do it to yourself.
Yeah, that is harsh.
I gotta get some D8 here.
So everyone else, you see this happen. Zamba kind of has a great idea, which backfires literally on him. You all manage to dodge out of the way of this fire breath. What do you wish to do? Oh, everyone, can you roll initiative for me as well?
Okay.
I have evasion, so I take
0. Okay, everyone roll
how much did you
initiative.
do for half?
32.
I took 40 poison damage.
Ooh, 40 poison damage on top. Yeah. And then
how much did he take? Is it 64 fire damage?
32 fire
34.
damage.
32.
What, and we take half?
Yeah, unless you have evasion.
This is the most I think I've ever been stressed playing.
Well, look, you get to come on and fight not one but 2 dragons.
Okay, Dave.
I got 39 on my initiative.
Cool. 39. That's not even on my list anymore. Bloody hell. Right. Okay, Tolkien.
What's initiative again?
Perception.
Plus perception.
I'm did rubbish. 29 for me, Dave.
Ooh. That means I get to kill someone before Tolkien kills me. Right, Harrison.
38.
30. Oh, he's even higher. What? Rock, was you 39?
Yep.
Right. Harrison. Okay. Elias.
T5.
25.
35. 35.
Yelena.
27.
27. And Zamba.
22.
22. I'm not going to roll for the professor.
Because he's dead?
He's on the floor cowering, holding on to the Codex. Right, first up is Rupp, followed by Harrison. Go, go, go.
Right, I am going to start running up to the dragon and start floating a little bit into the air as some greaves start appearing around my ankles.
Nice.
And suit of armor, gauntlets start to appear on my hands as armor starts to ripple up through my body.
Power Ranger.
A visor comes up that I look back and the visor comes down as my star knife starts to extend in length.
Wow!
As I cast Righteous Might, in which I become a medium creature.
Wow! Rupp is the warrior.
I start spinning my star knife and rack it into the dragon.
Go for it.
Hopefully 3 times.
Right, to make it easy, there's a dragon on the left and there's a dragon on the right.
Okay, I'm gonna do the dragon on whichever one fired us.
Yeah, that would be the dragon on the right.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm a lot tankier now.
Go for it.
So. That is a nat 1 on the first hit. I'm going to use my PP point.
PP!
Because this is too epic. 31 to hit on the first one.
That hits. Well done.
Cool.
Let's lay
that is 34 on the second.
Hits.
And a nat 20 on the third.
Oh! Rupp is going to kill a dragon single-handed, everybody.
Is it evil alignment?
Yes.
Because my weapon is holy.
Yes.
Okay.
Holy moly, he's Rupp Prime.
So first hit is 22 points of damage.
Okay, 22.
Second hit is 15, 19 plus 8. 27 points of damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And the third one with the nat 20. 18. 50 points of damage with the third.
50?
Oh, it's a nat 20.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Blimey.
As I start almost floating in the air,
so
my boots out, and
I've got that as 99 points of damage.
That's correct. and all those red balloons go by.
And what I'm going to do is, you got a critical. I'm gonna dig out the critical hit deck.
Okay, cool.
This is, what is this? This is piercing. Oh my! I should not have done it, but why not? Okay, so this is piercing damage. This is called the organ scramble.
Okay.
On your critical.
Yeah.
The target is fatigued, but also you do triple damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
What? Okay, so that's what, triple damage just in general.
Yeah. Just on that hit, you didn't do double damage. You do triple damage.
Yeah, that's 75 then, I guess.
Wow. That's 124 points of damage.
As my spinning star knife just racks into him 3 times.
Okay, you've now all seen Power Ranger Rupp do this.
I'm basically a space marine.
There you go.
Or the Emperor.
Harrison, follow that one.
I would say that I would spend a whole action just standing in awe at seeing all of this, but I am conscious of trying to one up and do the best that I can.
You hear him.
I just go, look at me, Tokus!
The dragon.
Tokus is actually standing in the background going, yeah!
The dragon is so hurt by that, he's trying to get away from you, which tightens up the chains, and both dragons end up kind of just roaring. Roaring almost at each other and start snapping at each other, because one's trying to move away and it's pulling the other one from getting to you. Okay.
Should we just leg it then?
Harrison, and then Elias, please.
So double strike time. So two attacks. So the first attack is a 33, which I presume it hits.
That hits.
And a higher number than that, so probably both hits. So rolling damage. So.
And are you attacking the left one or the one that's nearly dead from Rupp?
Probably the one that's nearly dead from Rupp, just to kind of, say that I did something. So that is a 10 points of standard damage plus an additional 5 of persistent bleed for the first attack, and for the second attack is 8 plus 5, so 30.
Don't forget your penalties and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that's 13 damage for the second attack.
Okay.
I don't get the penalty because double strike is technically on the same roll.
Yeah.
Does it not count as 2 attacks?
It's a feat thing.
Yeah, doesn't it count as 2 attacks though?
No,
I think it does.
There's no penalty with the same attack in the same action. It's fine. I've read the rules. Yeah, so that's it. So for the final attack, which will get a penalty.
Yeah.
16 plus 23 minus 5, so that's
maths
enough. 16 plus 23 minus 5, 34, probably hits.
Hits.
And that's a 12 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, the dragon is definitely in pain. He's definitely trying to get away from everyone.
That's it. That's the end of my turn.
Right. Elias, you're up, followed by the dragons.
Dragons.
I straighten my coat a little bit and shake my head at Rupp's completely unnecessary dramatics. And I'll wave my hands, a nice simple little spell, and you can make me 2 will saving throws, please, 1 for each dragon. And they begin to hear this rumbling beneath them, the unmistakable notes of rock music coming from below as thud on the ground below them, and the floor starts to crack, and this massive guitar held by this zombie-like hand comes up from the icy depths below.
It's Eddie.
And this massive... Yeah, thank you for stealing the thunder.
Oh, sorry.
As this massive zombie head comes out of the fissure and begins to play the opening notes of Stranger in a Strange Land, and then thuds the guitar down, smashing it over each of the dragon's skulls, and depending on what you rolled for your wisdom will saving throw, will depend on how much damage that's a lot of 5 and 6s in there.
Okay. 29, 30 on number 1.
30 passes, because that is what you need, I believe.
And
yeah, that is what you need.
29. Brain's gone too much. 34.
Yeah.
So both passed.
Okay, so it's half damage.
Okay.
Okay, let me just divide this up into numbers that I can manage. So 12, 24, 39, and 5 is 44 points of damage, half to 22.
To both of them. So 22 points. 22 points of damage each.
Yes. And because they pass their saving throw, the vision of Eddie after he smashes the guitar over their heads dissipates back into the ground, disappearing forever. As my spell, Phantasmal Calamity, comes
Wow.
Cool.
What does everyone else? Does everyone else have to make fortitude save throw? As a giant zombie cracks open and just basically seal clubs 2 dragons with a guitar.
I just think Rob's there going, "You're next."
Unfortunately, they don't see anything.
Oh,
you can see Rupp's a little uncomfortable as the armor's starting to take over, and just
Okay, so the one on the right is instantly going to fight back against Rupp and Harrison.
Can I? I've got one more action.
Oh man,
Sorry,
you haven't done enough
and
already.
I'm going to cast shield on myself, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right,
And that's me done.
The first dragon is losing his kind of sensibilities because he's been hurt so much, and he goes to bite Rupp. 20, 35, 38 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Even to my.
I was going to say, what does your armor class go up to wearing that
32. It's 20 plus my level.
Okie dokie. One.
Not bad.
And
He's Jim from Thingy, what's it, isn't he? Troll Hunters. Jim from Troll
Yeah, Jim from Troll Hunters. I like that show.
That's 27 points of damage as he comes in to snap at you with his teeth.
Okay.
Second attack, he's going to try and put his foot, use his claw against Harrison. Oh no, that was not very good at all. That is 24, 25, 27. That's really bad.
That does not hit.
No, I didn't think it would. And the final one, let's do, why not? He whips up the tail and tries to hit the both of you at the same time. Oh damn, that's really bad. Let me try and hit the high one. That's 30.
That does not hit me.
Rupp, does that hit you?
No, I'm an armor class of 32 in this form.
Wow. Okay, the tail smashes down into the ground, just narrowly missing the both of you. Ooh. Right, the other dragon, he gets to have a go. And he's going to attack Elias and Yelena.
Does he have to?
Yeah. So, Elias first, that's 29, 31. That's 32 to hit.
Just hit.
Ooh. This is a bite. It doesn't do as much damage with a bite.
Hang on 2 seconds. Let me just check because I did cast. He just hit. That's my armor class.
Okay, so that's 19 points of damage as he kind of snaps in to bite you. He's clipping you with his teeth.
Okay, so I'll use my reaction to block part of that damage with the shield. So I reduce it by 15. So I'll take 4.
And you lay. Oh, that's not going to hit. 26 to hit.
It does not hit. No.
No. Oh, right.
Get out of the way.
We'll try the tail. Oh dear! I got I was going to say -1. I got a 1 and a 14. That's 20, 30, 35. Does 35 hit you, Elias?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it manages to hit you, but it's also a critical fumble. Shall I bring out the cards? Make it more interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't know if we can do it on a body attack. Oh yes, a melee. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Right, that's actually pretty good. It's a good effect. Right, so the tower damage is 2d12. That's 16. That's 26 points of damage as it crashes into you, Elias. And then when it goes to as it's following through and trying to attack Yelena, based on a critical fumble, it snags itself onto let's say the chain itself and takes 1d10 persistent bleed damage. And I rolled fucking critical on the 1d10. So he takes an extra 10 points of damage every round.
I'll find the best if he can just keep on injuring himself.
Yep. Okay. Right, next up is Tolkus, followed by Yelena, please.
I think you're muted, Jeff.
Yeah, Tolkus is very much inspired by Master Rupp's rather impressive, heroic-looking superhero transformation.
Yep.
So he's going to attack the same one that he attacked, and he's going to go in full pelt with his great axe above his head, ready to chop down onto the dragon with his frosty great axe.
Yep.
Right, that hits an armor class of something. Give me a sec, because it's all changed since we leveled up.
Yep. Everything has gone a little bit higher.
Plus 25. Hits an armor class of 40.
Yeah, that hits.
And he's doing a full-on power attack.
Yep.
And it's gonna be right. I'm gonna get the calculator out for this.
I've got 2 calculators.
8 plus 9 plus 2. 8 plus 8 plus 6. That's 41 damage.
This is to the one that Rupp was fighting, yeah?
Yep.
41 damage. Hold on. I just need to check. Shit.
Quick maths.
Wait, okay. You could, yeah. How do you want to do
it? I've gone for a big chop as it's writhing around, because you said it was kind of writhing around with the other one, didn't you?
Yeah, it's so as they're moving, the chains are digging into their flesh and pulling them back together.
I'm just trying to basically give it the old Caesarean style split straight down the belly.
Yeah. As it sort of rears up, get in there.
Yeah, so hopefully we're going to see some dragon guts, and I can quickly assess whether they would make good sausages.
Okay, well you've killed. Basically, you gut the dragon like a fish, and it's just the innards that are in there just pour out of it, and the whole head slams back down onto the floor next to you, completely dead, as it takes its last breath.
So power attack's still two actions, so I've got 1 action left. Would it take a whole action to actually say to the other dragon, well, you know, I'll give you a chance, surrender now?
If you want to, yes. If you want to not use an attack action, you want to negotiate action, then you have to kind of sacrifice it.
Yeah, I'm gonna offer the other dragon parlay.
Okay.
Parlay.
So the other dragon sees what you've just done, and just roars back in anger. But now the chains that were holding it all kind of start to peel off, because nothing's fighting back on it, and it goes into a frenzy. So the dragons have a thing called a draconic frenzy, which takes 2 actions for them to do. This allows them to do 2 claw strikes and 1 wing strike all at the same time. So basically he's just really angry and he's just freaked out, and he's going to do it on you. And so Rupp's there as well, and Harrison.
Oh, is it a multi-hit thing?
Yeah, so you're all within range of this.
Yeah.
He's just going to freak out, basically. So this is to the bottom. This is to Harrison, Tolkis, and Rupp. This is... Ooh, that's a... What am I doing? 15 plus 20. Yeah. That is a 38 to hit.
Yep, it hits me.
Okay.
Yep, hits me. Hits me.
2d12.
Good power.
Ooh,
I just realised this spell is so funny. I can't do anything else apart from attack. Or the manipulate action. I only pick up objects.
So, attack 1, that is 22 damage. That is the tail. Is that right?
Is that to everyone or just...
Just Harrison, sorry. That's the wing, sorry. So he's beating down on you on that. And then
12.
So we all take that, was it?
22 points of damage, yeah.
22.
Yeah, that's 22.
And then I don't need to roll that again because it's a hit. 2d10s.
There's no save for any of this. We just all take 22.
This is all taking the damage.
3.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just Harrison, Tolkien, and Rupp.
Yep.
Ooh,
Sorry.
that's 19 plus that. That's 31 points of damage.
Yep.
For the second, that's for the first claw. For the second claw, 8, 9, 10, 12, 24 points of damage.
Wow. Are we all taking this?
Yes. As he goes absolutely batshit crazy on you all.
Yeah, Tarkus laughs it off.
He does this huge, he roars back, and he brings his head down right next to you, Tolkus, and just roars straight into you. Like, your hair's getting pushed back, man. Like,
it's like a L'Oreal advert.
Yeah. Strangely, his breath is kind of fishy. Who knows?
That's weird.
Okay. Yelena, you're up, followed by Zamba.
Yelena wants to try and negotiate with him to stop what he's doing.
Okay.
Or we will just kill him. Like we've just finished off your brother in the space of a few seconds. Do you really want to take your chances?
I'm unhinged. I'm out of control.
Rupp's on a bloodthirsty Rupp.
Because I can't hold him back. You've got to make a decision now.
We will quite happily take you out, but you are. It looks like the chains have now dropped. You can now get out. Maybe take this opportunity for your freedom. Do you want me to make a diplomacy check?
You can make a. I'll let you make a diplomacy check. Yeah.
31.
He basically replies to you and says, "No, you killed not just my brother. He is my twin. I could feel his pain. Now, you all die." In a kind of vicious dragon voice, and then roars at you.
Only pain.
So again, you get this fishy breath coming back at you. He can't do anything else because he's used it all. So what would you like to do next?
How would you say it was one action or two actions?
That was one action.
That was one action. Where is he in relation to everyone else? If I were to maybe cast something cone-shaped, would I get?
Oh, you won't get your team. No,
I wouldn't get my team.
You won't get your team. He is more in front of you because the other one is in front of them.
Fabulous. In that case, can he make a reflex save?
Ooh, probably not. Oh dear. That's +6. 24.
Oh, fail. I cast cone cold in his face.
The big bag of dice come out.
All 12 dice. Sorry, this may take some time.
Go ahead. You say it was cold damage.
This is cold damage, yes. That's another 6.
Is that bad, Dave?
For the dragon it is. Because they're red dragons, they actually have a weakness to cold.
I see.
And they can take an extra 10 points of damage when you do cold. So that's how Tolkus managed to finish it off.
I was going to say, yeah, I assume you must have added it on top of it.
Just by 2 points, you killed it.
39 points of cold damage. As Yelena goes, well, we gave you the chance.
Nice.
Okay.
We've given him enough chances, I think.
End of your turn?
That will be the end of my turn as I've just blasted him in the face with the cold.
Okay. Zambit, you see, as it rears up, but you see on the end of its snout is all kind of just covered in ice, shooting up towards its eyes. Zamba, here we go. One dragon is down.
I want to just close my eyes real quick and just be like, okay, Urgatoa, I know that I bother you a lot, and I know that you don't like me very much, and I know that I make you pretty upset, but could you please help us and drag this thing to hell? And I wanna use a blood magic focus, and he needs to make a reflex save.
Okay.
As hundreds of skeletal arms erupt from the ground in the area, clawing at creatures within and attempting to hold them in place.
I'm getting to worry about the ground in this area. Undead things keep popping out of it.
That's why you're scared of it. It was a weird taint of evil in this dome area. He rolled a 26.
I think that's a fail. Yeah, my DC is 29. So he takes 34 points of slashing damage, and has a 10-foot circumference penalty to its speed for 1 round, but I don't think it's going anywhere.
Okay, so what explain what actually is happening.
So basically I'm saying a quick prayer to my god, the goddess of undeath and plagues, and I try to talk to her every so often, but I'm like the annoying relative who's always like calling you once every 2 days just to chat.
Hi, how you doing? You okay? Can I get you anything?
Yeah, so she doesn't like me very much. I'm pretty much a disappointment to her, but every now and then I can pull some magic out of her, and as I say this, this aura from underneath the dragon just sort of starts to emanate in like a weird circle spiral, and these skeletal hands come up and start to like pull and grab at its legs, and try to like pull it down to the ground, as if trying to pull it to hell, but obviously can't.
Oh, ye of little faith, Ukatoa. So as you do this, you see the hands erupting and starts to pull the dragon apart. And then it seems to take a turn for the worse. It seems to start ripping off chunks of flesh from the back of the dragon. It's grabbing its wings and its legs and its tails, and all these arms and hands start to pull it down into the ground. And you can see the dragon fighting against these hands, trying to pull itself up, as literally its wings are stripped and ripped of chunks of flesh that keep coming out. And then beyond all kind of what should rationally be happening, he seems to be sinking down into the earth as he's being pulled and ripped apart. Ooh. Until all that's left is kind of the upper neck and the head and the tongue hanging out. The rest of his body has disappeared underneath the ground.
Nice one.
Oh, thank you so much, Ogato. Guys, I really can't believe that worked. She totally doesn't like me very much.
No, I think she does.
Maybe she thought you'd leave her alone for a bit if that worked.
I definitely am going to be calling her right when I get back. You have no idea. I am so excited. This is incredible.
Well done. You just took on
tank 2 dragons in 1 round.
2 young dragons.
Yes, I just go, Talcus! And then my armor just turns around very sharply and oh!
Pinchy!
Rob, that was very impressive. I am very, very impressed, my friend.
You see, I'm Talcus' height. I'm looking at him eye to eye and I'm just like, this doesn't happen very often.
Well done. I was very impressed.
And it's almost as if the whatever was in this chamber has lifted. The magic starts to slowly, the darkness slowly starts to dissipate, but also that weird aura of fear that also goes. And all you've got is one dragon who's been gutted, and the other one, it just has basically a part of its neck and its head remaining.
Tolkis, you killed that one, right? You can take its hide and its scales. Remember?
Well, I think Master Up should have first dibs, but I would like to get a trophy. I was thinking either a claw or a tooth or something.
I drop my form and start. It starts folding itself up into again the armor as I just descend to the floor. I was just like,
I want it to be in a ring like the Flash's costume.
Right, yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Well, I've got my star knife, which has got a ring round it, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, erupts from that, I guess, as my star knife retracts into its into its pitiful form.
That's really some magic you got, Rob.
Yeah, new one.
Full of surprises at the minute.
Yeah, I haven't tried that one. That was a new one. I don't quite know what I'm doing with it. It seems to have a mind of its own.
Well, you looked like you knew what you were doing.
Initially. Then kind of Jesus took the wheel type thing, and.
Who's Jesus? What's Jesus got to do with this?
Sorry, yeah,
Where's
yeah.
he?
Desna took the wheel.
Desna took the wheel.
Oh, if you guys need a quick breather, like I said, Urgatho is she's the goddess of undeath, so she doesn't really like this kind of stuff. But I could use a little bit of healing. So if you want to just give me a minute, I can heal us up.
That would be very helpful.
So I'm gonna cast Vital Beacon. And it's basically, it radiates healing out of me, but it will only restore health up for 4 of us.
And diminishing amounts.
Yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to figure out like a rank of who took the most damage and kind of just go from there.
Do you have heal as well?
I do, yeah. I have a few different healing spells. I can probably figure out a way to get us up all topped off. But this will be a good one because I think I can heighten it up 1, and the top tier is 5d10, and then 5d8, 5d6, 5d4.
I probably took the least damage in that. So it hit me once.
I took 93 points of damage.
Jesus.
Yeah,
and
I took
I still have 95 hit points left.
Oh my god.
I took 100 and something.
Yeah, I took 113, and I've got 75 out of 188.
I have 23.
Alright, so you're getting the most.
I think I took the less damage because I didn't take anything from the breath weapon, but I've still only got 40 hit points left.
Yeah, I've got 80 something, so I can wait.
I'll roll the health, and then I'll just tell you guys what numbers they were, and then you can just give them in order of whoever needs them. And then I'll chime back in when I got all my numbers.
Do you want me to cast the heal as well?
If
AoE?
you want.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drop that heal bomb.
8, 10, 18.
Steve, I can't believe you brought Eddie to a fantasy fight.
Yeah.
with a guitar.
That is 30.
I was inspired by Gods of Ragnarok thing. But I didn't have that spell then,
points.
30
points to everyone.
30
Thank you very much.
30 to everyone.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What about Zumba?
It's working it out.
Yeah, the big calculator.
Well, it's 4d10, then 4d8, then 40. So yeah, it's quite a lot of math. So what's in the? You still got the dragon stuff. I guess Tulkas you can have pick. I don't really care about dragons.
Yeah, Tulkas is just going to take some claws and teeth basically and stick them in his bag of holding. Another souvenir to add to the rest.
Can you skin this, Yelena?
I've never skinned something this big, but I can certainly try.
You said the thing was on the back of its skull. Is it branded into the scales on the back of the skull?
Yes.
Do you mind, Yelena, skinning that piece of the hide?
I'll try. What would you like me to roll for this?
I'll just say you if you want to do it, you can succeed if you want to do it.
I will
Take your time.
take my time. Take 20.
Okay. You
How much
climb
was
up
that heal
onto
for,
the
Rob?
dragon head and you start to cut away
30.
dragon skull.
30?
Dragon scale.
30.
How many do you want, Elias? Do you want both of them or just the one?
Both, please.
All right. I will do the other one as well. Probably a bit neater this time.
Thank you very much.
So my D10s, whoever wants it, whoever it's the top tier, that's going to be 22.
Okay.
My D8s, who are those going to?
I'll get them if that's okay.
It's going to be 24.
Oh no.
My D6s.
Elias.
Yeah, go on then. I'll have those.
16.
Thank you.
And then the D4s.
Are you still?
Tokus, you have them.
Are you still damaged, Elaine?
I am damaged, yeah. But you are up front.
No,
you
it's all
don't?
right. You have them. I can take a potion. I've got a few potions left.
If you're sure.
That's 13.
Thank you very much. How are you feeling, Zamba? I mean, you seem to take quite a hit.
Oh, I think I'll manage. And, you know, the worst that happens is I just go through one of my 9 lives, you know?
Yeah.
And how's the professor looking?
How's the professor?
He completely unscathed. But once when he met the dragons, he was in awe. Now he's completely dumbstruck that you've beheaded one and gutted the other. These beautiful creatures. He's just... He's dumbstruck.
Hey, you're right. I just poke him.
What did you do? Those are dragons. There wasn't even adult dragons. They were young dragons. What?
They were going to kill us.
They attacked us first. I gave them a chance. They didn't take it.
Themselves. I think Marianne is behind this, in essence.
Yes, I don't think they would have surrendered anyway. I think he was pushing them behind the scenes.
Yes, the same way he was with the stone giant in the mountain region. Controlling them somehow.
Or at least influencing them enough that they do not have free will anymore. Maybe not direct control, but, you know, nudge in the right direction.
What would you like to do now?
I think we should search this area. I don't believe that they would have had a dragon's hoard here, but there may be something useful in the area that they were in.
Yeah, the darkness is completely dissipated now. There is nothing else here.
Ooh.
Just the chains.
Is there a way out?
Yep, you can continue on down the corridor.
Where his tail was in the front of the thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. We'll head onwards.
Keep moving.
Okay, so after a few more twists and turns, you find a staircase, which then leads you down to the dwarven stone changes to a much even more refined stone. One that the Professor, Elias and Zamba realizes is Thessalonian in construction. The ceilings become taller, the floor is less dirt and more kind of granite flooring, until it comes to a bit of a T-junction. And I will just find it.
Left or right?
There we go.
Flip a coin.
What was our rule in the old days, Steve? Always go left?
Left. Well, the coin says left as well.
This...
See, the gods of fate.
This long hallway has a looming ceiling about at least 40 feet above, is decorated with an intricate display of I was going to say yes, it is. An intricate display of stone supports and beams. The walls are carved in long swathes of densely scribed runes. And in between those, you also see the 7-pointed star. And it's repeated quite often. To the east, the hallway has caved in entirely. You can even see like the remains of a battered door is sticking out of the rubble. But the hallway beyond is completely filled. It's completely caved in. To the west, however, the hall ends at these immense bronze double doors that bears a huge mirror-like silver inlay of the 7-pointed star. You go up to it and there are no obvious hinges or handles or locks apart from a single star-shaped indentation in the very center of the larger mirrored star.
Elias, have you got that thing we got from that place way back when?
The thing
really
from the
helpful.
Ujima flip
The
from
thing,
the place.
the what's it?
The
the
Dojima
star
what's it?
that we got when we
Do
fought-
that.
From
when we
Baal.
fought that
Baal.
I have the Sahedron medallion, yes.
That's the one.
But we also have this writ of entrance and access. I believe this is the library, the clockwork library.
Right.
Thoracic library.
What was it again? Speak, friend, and enter.
No, speak aloud the name of Master Architect Vyazantzi for entry. So maybe we insert the Thessalonian or the Sahedron medallion into the doors and speak aloud the name of the architect, and then the guardians that lie within won't attack us upon entry.
Worth a try.
I'm concerned that Professor Quink should not be with us.
Aye.
Because he's not back next week.
He's not a fighter. He's not. Well, he's an innocent bystander in this. He's a scholar. You know, we've already been lucky enough that he's escaped unscathed with our encounter with the dragons. We don't know what lies beyond here before we get to Mukmarian. I have the means to send him back to Sandpoint. A simple teleport spell, how we originally arrived here in the first place. I suggest that we use it again and send him on his way. The Anathema archives are up. The spells, I believe they're in safer hands other than being in our own in this location. I don't know what magic lies on there, but we've already learnt about this reaping of souls, and in order to power the immortality of this Runelord, maybe one of the spells is how to use that power to return him to life. So maybe we, in opening the Emerald archive, have made a mistake, and we've unleashed this power that is going to be detrimental. I think having that power taken away from here and kept safely in the hands of Quink back in Sandpoint would be better.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Sounds about the most sensible thing we've come up with today.
And I think maybe I I could probably just go back with him, and I can get to work on studying these things and making sure that they stay safe, and I'll keep the professor safe as well.
Have you got a way of contacting us? Because that's some
Oh,
responsibility right there.
I've got some sending spells. I've got some messaging spells. I've got Urgathoa, who apparently is, I'm her favorite today. So who knows? I'll send you guys some flies or maybe a skeleton or two.
I'd rather not. I don't like those. Those hands were creepy.
Thanks, Amber.
If you're willing to do that, Zember, I think yes, we need to keep these scrolls safe. We need to keep these spells out of the wrong hands. Lay low. We'll return to Sandpoint after we've dealt with Montmorion.
And
Agreed.
if you need me to come and save the day at any point, you know where to find me.
We wouldn't want to do it without you.
We have any more dragons to dispatch? You're top of our invite list.
Yeah.
And who knows, if you guys all die at a horrible fate, at least I know how to write a good fiction story, and I'll just tell your tale.
Make sure to include the fire.
I thought you meant the Sarlacc, but yeah, the fire too.
And make sure you get it that Harrison got it wrong.
It will be in the footnotes.
I'll take it. Thanks for your help, Zamba.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sam.
Hey, anytime. I wish I could give you all an extra one of my lives, because I think I'll be all right. But I know that you guys are going to do just fine, and you're going to solve all this stuff, and you're going to save the world. I can just feel it in my bones.
I'm glad we got your faith.
Yes.
I'm not so sure at the minute.
Just, maybe next time, don't go blowing up rooms and stuff. Maybe think about it a little bit more. Take a few minutes.
We did great. It's fine. And it was even better that me and Tolkien weren't involved.
Yeah. Yes, I'm proud of that, Rob. I think we should wander off on our own more often.
I think that shows character growth, Rob.
Well, Professor Clink, what do you think?
Yes, I definitely want to get these papers back. I mean, this is incredible stuff. We should be doing this all the time. Thank you very much. I'll certainly look after this. This is mine, yes?
Yep.
Well, it will be ours for the time being, and then maybe when we're done, sure, yeah, why not?
Well, once I've uncovered all of its secrets, yes.
Well, we could also just stay here and we can check out the ruins while they're exploring. We are in a Thessalonian temple, right?
Well, it's a temple, yes, but what I'm looking for is books. Now, unless there is going to be a horde of books behind this door, which I doubt. I mean, this does look like kind of a holy ground. I think we're in the wrong spot.
Unfortunately, we don't have a library card for this place, I don't think, or at least you don't. So maybe it's better if you skedaddle.
I guarantee. Yeah, I think so. Yes, let's go. Let's go back to Sandpoint. Should we?
Wise decision.
I can teleport us back.
Okay, I'm ready whenever you are. I obviously want to stay and hang out and definitely see what's behind this door. I'm really excited, but maybe it is safer if we just go, just in case they do blow it up.
Well, should we take a peek, or should we just go? What should we do first?
Well, I don't know, Professor Elias. What do you think?
Yep, let's go. There's certainly not going to be any books behind there, so I really want to start looking at these papers.
Okay,
I think
let's
we need to return to Sandpoint.
let's
to safety.
Let's just go. We'll have more adventures one day, Quink.
I mean, this is the biggest score I've ever found in terms of real Thessalonian documents. There must be like 20, 30, 40 pages of we're the first ones, Amber. We are the first to see these. I mean, 40 pages. Wow. No one's ever seen these before. Let's go back. We must catalogue them, protect them, do what we can.
Okay, and I'll make sure that you open those properly, and we'll cool the room. I don't want you to destroy them in your old age.
Yes, guaranteed. Old age? Jeez. Okay, let's go.
Well, everybody, it was great adventuring with you. Elias, send me a message when you get on the other side of this door. I need to know.
And you see Professor casting a spell, and a blue ball of light seems to kind of coalesce around the two of them. And they change. Zoop, bing,
Oh, wait, the best way to beat him is by...
and then both of them seem to pop out of existence. So no Zamba, no Professor. What you have in front of you is these double bronze doors with a mirrored inlay of a 7-pointed star and an indent for a separate 7-pointed star. What do you like to do?
Open it, Elias.
Take out the Sahedron medallion and I insert it into the door.
Okay, so you take out the medallion, which looks like that, and you plonk it into the slot in the mirror. And
don't forget to say the name.
I say via Xanthi.
And as you as you say the name, the Sahedron seems to open up, and inside the runes light up, the middle gem lights up, and then the whole star in the door seems to slowly rotate, and then the doors just effortlessly push open. And we'll leave it there and we'll find out what's inside next week.
What's in the next room?
Lots of books.
4 dragons.
Look at all these books.
Oh, damn, if only the professor had stayed.
Most ancient library ever to be seen.
Thank you everyone for doing that. That was a little bit of fun there, fighting 2 dragons. Didn't think you'd actually do so well. I need to combat Rupp somehow. he's just too powerful. Thank you, Ryan, for coming back. That was great fun.
Yeah, cheers, Ryan.
I mean, I've run out of spells now, Dave, so if you want to strike, it's next episode.
Well, there we go.
So...
Yeah, I'm getting low.
Thank you, Ryan, for joining us. It's a lot of fun. It's always good to have you back on.
Yeah, nice one, Ryan.
I love coming to hang out. You guys are a lot of fun.
Cool. We are gonna leave it there, folks. However, if you didn't know, Gary Con is on at the moment, and I'm just checking to see who is on. I think we've just got adverts on at the moment. I'm not sure. We might raid, we might not.
So Garycon Gaxmore and Garycon Geneva are both live.
And you got Locke is on as well.
Yeah, so Garycon Gaxmore is currently not streaming. I think they're waiting to stream or they're on a break.
Yeah.
Good times.
Should we say goodbye?
Yeah, I think we're still on.
Wondering. We should have gone quite quiet.
I was just watching Garycon. Hi, let's just chill out and watch Garycon.
It's not Gogglebox.
Right. Steve, we're going to raid Gaxmore.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody, thank you for joining us. We will see you. Come back tomorrow. We've got a Team of Annihilation wrap-up party. And if not, we'll see you next Thursday for more Runelords. See you then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
And
happy birthday to Josh.
Oh, yeah, Josh has turned birthday.
That's alright, thank you very much.
Oh, it's your birthday right now, isn't it?
Yep. Josh disappeared to open up his presents. Because he is a child. He is only 30.
Yeah.
That's it. You got your grey hairs.
It's downhill from here.
You got your slippers. Is that what you got? Is that what you opened up? Your presents? I've got slippers. Seriously, I'm going back to my D&D game.
I've got some sweets and treats and stuff that I'll be eating tomorrow and getting really fat. So we're all good.
Cool. Well done. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, happy birthday.
For today.
Happy birthday.
Right.
Thank you, and see you soon.
See you.
Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.